Ooh, my secret. Ooh, sparks begin to fly. Lightning in the sky. Did you get it yet? Get it yet? Get it yet? My secret. Did you get it yet? 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 Get it yet? Get it yet? Get it yet? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. I'm happy to be alive a whole nother day. It's our bottom line. How's everybody doing out there in YouTube land? Let me go ahead and get my video straight. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Hold on a minute. Let me make sure I got this microphone straight. The microphone fiend. How y'all doing out there this morning? Ooh, buildings start to shake. Doing double date. You get it yet? Get it yet? Get it yet? Ooh, my secret. Ooh, sparks begin to fly. Lightning in the sky. You get it yet? Get it yet? Get it yet? My secret. How y'all doing this morning? Feeling a little bit nostalgic today. I gotta say big shout out to New York and those Knicks. You know how we doing it right now, you guys. We're celebrating all day, all week, all month. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day out there, because I know I am. I'm so happy to be alive to be here today with you guys. Let me check my time real quick. Let me see where we're at, because you know I don't like to mess around. I like for you guys to get in here so we can get those prayers in the air. I even think that we okay with the camera right now. We all right. We even all right with the video right now. So let's go. Let's do what we normally do. Let's get those prayers in the air. Let's pray for love and happiness and peace and good health and good measure. Let's try to make sure that we're caring about our animals as well as ourselves. And we can't forget about our family members. Let's go, you guys. Let's get those prayers in the air. Want to give a shout out to Casey Ramos. We got to get those prayers in the air. Who else we praying for? We're praying for Batty Lynn. We're praying for Miss Keisha, Miss Swanza, Liberty and Justice, Adam Trebet, Deborah. Okay, what's up, Deborah Jarvis? Okay, we also got Mark Dorfman in the building. Who else we got in here? Queen Shay, Miss Keisha, Jack Welshins. Okay, Liberty and Justice. I saw you already. Teddy, what's good, my brother? How you doing this morning? Who else we got up in here? I see Mark Dorfman and Miss Keisha. Also, we got, let's get some other shout outs this morning to the people that we know that are probably on their way to work. Sam Champion, can't forget about Winter Rising, Angels Among Us, Collective, all of those people like those guys as well. Can't forget about, let's see who else we're going to try to pull in there, Luigi. Also, we can't forget about 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Can't forget about her as well. Got to show love as well to those people as well. We got, who else we got in here? Stripe 69. Okay, you guys, Miss Keisha, also Liberty and Justice. Good morning, everybody. That's right, it's Tuesday. Okay, Jack Welsh, Batty Lamp, and we're going to pray for me, Boogotti NYC. Amen. I think it's time to go. It's almost time to go. Amen. That's how we do it. We got to kiss the ring after before we get it going. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it around these parts. So happy to be here today on this Tuesday, you guys, and the days are just flying by. 24 more to go. 24 more days to go before we get out of the clink. But guess what? I'm ready to go. I said they're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Ooh, wind it up. Do, do. We wind it up because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here because my arm is shaking. Come on, let's start the show. They ready to go? Come. Okay. Olay. That's right, you guys. We gotta open up those pores. We gotta open up those pores. And the favorite part for certain people, I know this is some of your guys' favorite part. We gotta open up those. If it. It's Tuesday the 16th. That's right, y'all. 2026. Six says I'm your host Boogotti NYC, and this is our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and that. where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. That's right, y'all. How y'all doing this morning? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. We made it a whole nother day. Thank the Lord for a whole nother one to be here together. I'm so excited to be here to tell you guys the truth. Had a little bit of inflammation going on, but we had to knock that out. Also, I tell you guys, if you've been around and you've been following us with the crouching, oh man, I've been doing that for a little while. I ain't gonna lie, it's got a little bit of tingling going on. And I made a move yesterday where a part of my back was like, hello, I ain't speak to you in a long time, sir. It didn't do too much. It didn't hurt me or anything like that. But I tell you one thing, when you start getting down and doing that groundwork that comes from that health and wellness section we showed you guys yesterday, oh boy, do you start feeling it. I'm talking about all sorts of little tingles and different things that I was feeling yesterday. But I'm feeling good now, I tell you that. And I'm gonna keep on doing it. I promised myself that in between grabbing the chair, I'm gonna do a couple of squats. I'm just gonna sit there as for long as possible. And instead of using the chair, at some point, I'll just be able to squat and do my thing the same way everybody else does. Want to make sure I'm getting myself healthy as well. Want to lead by example over here. But you guys, y'all know what we got to do, right? Before we do all of that extra talking, y'all know what I'm about to say, right? I got 5 on it. I'm at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. Yes, I check the flags, and we do go there to get that content. Don't think we just ask for any reason. That's right, we go there to get that content. Last but not least, I'm going to ask you guys to stay on topic because we have a really good dialogue when we do that. Stay on point, that also works. Say what you feel. This way you really get to express yourself as long as you're not being disrespectful to the host or the co-host and the rest of the family, and we'll have a real smooth sailing tonight. Anything that you want from me is my delight tonight. Yes, we'll have smooth sailing if you go ahead and do that. That's all we asking you guys to do around here. Also, what I'm going to tell you guys is this, because it's time for that. Y'all ready? Let's get into these titles. That's right, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. It's time to do it. Trump, now that oil prices have fallen, fallen. You know what's next? Will the grocery prices fall as well? That's my question, you guys. I'm trying to find out, will the grocery prices fall as well? That's my question because we've been asking that for a long time. And you know what they're saying? Oh, yeah, well, it's going to take a little time for us to see the effects. Yeah, okay. I want to see a bag of chips price go down. Let's see if food prices actually go down. Because if they do, then they're talking. Let's keep our eyes on that, fam. Let's keep what else we got over here that the police are hoping that surveillance video helps them find a Penn State student, Power. You guys know the person that lost his life in Penn State. Family is very distraught about that. Hopefully the video that we got from closed circuit television will help them find the 2 people that actually had something to do with this robbery gone bad. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because last but not least, I thought they had money. I thought with all of the barrels of oil that were coming out, they wouldn't have problems like this. You guys tell me what's going on over here. Maybe I got something wrong because Venezuela right now, why is Venezuela reported ongoing power cuts and service shortages? They're over there, having outages similar to Cuba. And it seems to me, I don't understand that they should have a little bit of monetary in their war chest to take care of things like this. Am I correct? Since they've been selling oil and getting the exchange going on. So you guys help me out and fill me in on that. Because what I'm about to do, I got to get to work over here. It's time to stack these videos. Like I said, I'm going to do 5 at a time. Hopefully you guys stay on topic and stay on point. But at the same time, grab your water, your tea, and your 55 coffee house. Let's do your thing. Let's do our thing, you guys. It's time to get into it this morning. We got some breaking news coming in. Also, we got some follow-ups on a couple of cases from, let's say, from the lemonade stand, Rose Narberries, from the it's a couple of follow-ups that we have today as well. So let's follow up on everything that we got to do this morning. It's Tuesday, you guys. That's right, another top of the week. Let's do it together and let's start it off like this. Let's go. We got a 14-year-old suspect who's been arrested in alleged armed Rose Narbery in a lemonade stand in Boston. They figured out who the kid was. sad situation. Parents came out and everything. Let's follow up on this story from yesterday, guys. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday.
All right, a kid's lemonade stand robbed at gunpoint in Boston, and one of the suspects not even old enough to drive. Fox News correspondent Christina Coleman has the details. Christina.
Hi, Jason. Yeah, these suspects are so young. Police arrested a 14-year-old for robbing two children selling lemonade in the Democrat-run city of Boston. Now officers are trying to track down an 11-year-old that the suspect was with during this incident. And keep in mind, the mayor there claims Boston is the safest major city in the nation. Well, some would argue about that. Police released this surveillance video of the two suspects in this case. The 14-year-old is now facing multiple firearm-related charges, including 2 counts of armed robbery. Police say the thieves passed by 2 kids working at the lemonade stand several times and asked if they accepted Apple Pay before stealing their box of cash. Take a listen to the victim's father.
They seen my 11-year-old daughter and 12-year-old son, and they basically went up to them. They seen their little lockbox that had their money in it, and they said, "We're going to take this." And as they said that, they were also flashing the gun that they had at their waistband.
They were robbed around West 9th Street in South Boston. They got away with about $50 that the kids worked hard for with their summer job.
They're definitely shaken up. It's just kids being kids, right? They having a lemonade stand on the corner. You really don't expect anything like that ever to happen. So something like this was definitely very traumatizing for them.
Just awful. And, I hope police find the other suspects soon. Again, they're around 11 years old. And if they're already breaking the law at this young age, flashing a gun at other kids and stealing from them, who knows what else they might do, Jason.
Christina, thank you. Sad story.
Yep, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's one of our follow-up stories. At least they found the kids and they're going to be able to get to the bottom of it. And hopefully the other kids aren't shooken up to not continue their entrepreneurship. You understand? It just goes to show you how hard it is out there, even for children. Children out there going against each other with the wrong sort of guidance. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. We got to get on over to this manhunt underway after these ICE agents got struck. That's right, by a vehicle. And it was GUNFIRE that actually happened as well. Few breaking stories as well. This is something brand new. This happened yesterday. Check this out, you guys. Check it out. Let's get on over here to this breaking news report here.
Now, right at the moment, the search for a driver accused of hitting an ICE agent with a car and then fleeing the scene happened earlier today in New Jersey. Police saying the officer.
This is in Stafford Township, New Jersey, you guys. Breaking news yesterday.
Was trying to arrest the suspect. Alexis McAdams reporting live on that story here in New York City. What have we learned, Alexis, so far?
Hey, Bill. Well, still an active manhunt this afternoon, and the feds are working to track down the driver who hit an ICE agent with their van and just took off down the road. So it happened around 9:30 this morning in South Jersey. This was the scene then. It's now been cleared. The road is back open. ICE telling Fox the agents were conducting a targeted traffic stop, so they knew exactly who they were looking for. But when they went to stop the person, the driver wouldn't pull over on the side of the road. So authorities, they just sped off and hit one
Australia
with his van. That agent opened fire, and according to local police dispatch, at least one of those bullets hit the van. Listen.
So he was an illegal and he knew that he was probably going to be arrested. And they were actually doing that stop to try to catch this person in the first place. The police officer went to signal for him to pull over. He didn't go for it. He actually kept on going and hit the police officer. Police officer discharged the weapon.
The search continues. The ICE agent who was hit is expected to be okay, according to ICE. And the local police in Stafford Township say we were not involved in the operation, pointing that out because a lot of people in New Jersey don't want ICE cooperation on the ground. The department's following New Jersey's strict, and I mean strict, anti-ICE laws set under Democratic Governor Mikey Sherrill, and they're among the toughest in the country. They ban local police from working in any capacity with ICE. It's a move the White House says, okay, if you want to do that, it just makes the agents' jobs more difficult and more dangerous. And it comes after weeks of anti-ICE protests like this, those clashes we watched live outside of Delaney Hall Detention Facility. New Jersey Democrats were out there in that mess demanding the facility shut down. So
let's keep on going, you guys. Let's keep on going. We got G7 now. We got the G7 where President Trump is landing at the G7, basically going out there to do different things, negotiate as well. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get this world news out, see what you guys have to say. Those were follow-ups and they were breaking. So let's get on over here, see what's going on with President Trump as he arrives actually to the summit. Also talks about the Iran peace deal negotiations as we continue. Keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. A lot of you guys got to get to work, so let me get you guys this information as soon as possible. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Good morning, everybody. What's up, fam? What's up, Floyd, Jack, Money Tree? What's going on, Terry? Who's that? Terrell, Kyla, Adam, Floyd. What's up, Liberty? Montana, good morning. Floyd, what's going on, y'all? Joe, what's going on, everybody? I have to. I started using it again. I had to bring it out of retirement because of YouTube. I'll tell you one thing, whoever did her hair must work at an aerodynamic, some sort of a company. I'm talking about not one hair out of place, look like a helmet. She looked straight out of the Jetsons. Look at this lady's hair. This is not a joke. She looked good. Look at her hair, y'all. Meet George Jetson. You know how their hair be like perfect? Jane, his wife. Look at her hair. Got the right outfit on. Ding, 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 ding. Look just like one of the Jetsons. The wind ain't even messing with it. Everybody else hair blowing like crazy. Look at the lady next to her. Yeah, I don't know what's going on right there. Everybody around her, they ain't got that hair, whatever hairspray she using, that's official right there. Her joint is like this. I got your back, boo. They was in there like, wait a minute, we gonna be on TV. They had to mold that to perfection. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over here and see if we finally reach the deal to reopen the Straits of Hormuz. Because they said that we got a deal that's already signed. And this is what President Trump is saying. And already there's a little bit of motion in the ocean. No pun intended. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's see what's going on with this. Let's see what's up, if it's true or not.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Emmanuel has been a special friend of mine. We've had a fantastic relationship. We've worked on many deals together. I'm very happy to say very signed, the deal's all signed. And the strait is already partially opened. As you
Adam Trebet says she's about to take flight.
know, they're doing a little hunting for a couple.
Floyd says 4 cans of Aquanet. He took it back. He took it back to the Jersey girls, to the Jersey girls, to the mafia wives.
Mines that they've already found. But it's essentially ships are starting to go out now. On Friday, it'll be completely open. We got along very well with Iran. It's a different set of leaders. As you know, the first set is gone, the second set is gone. And we found the third set to be very smart, strong, very smart, but we ended up making a deal. I felt badly that we had to go back on the attack for 2 minutes. And I thought a third, but we made it before that happened. But I think a lot of great things are going to happen in the Middle East right now. And very importantly, the oil is plummeting down and the stock market is shooting up like a rocket today, like record kind of numbers.
What's up, Sam?
And the oil is taking its biggest plunge and we're into the low numbers, not quite back yet, Kevin, to the extent, but we're getting close to the numbers we were before it all started. And the main thing is that Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. They fully agreed to that with strong policing powers, and they won't have a nuclear weapon, which is what it was all about, because they probably would have used it if they had it. So we had two big moments. When I terminated the JCPOA, that was the Obama deal, the Barack Hussein Obama deal. And when I terminated that, it was very important because it was a road to a nuclear weapon. It was a horrible deal for the United States. It was a deal where billions of dollars was given to Iran. It was a deal where 1.7 billion in cash was put on a Boeing 7, well, not a 757, I guess, right? But it was put on a big, beautiful Boeing 757. They needed a Boeing 747 to be.
But they said that we're about to give them a lot of money too for the same sort of thing, Mr. President. They say that we're about to give Iran a lot of money too for a lot of rebuilding and a lot of restructuring as well. Not only us, but the entire coast is supposed to be kicking in. Everybody's supposed to be kicking in to help Iran financially. We really need to see what the terms are in that deal, because it's actually a memorandum. Actually, they say they're actually still working this deal out. And you know how we do over here. Until we see that the ink has been dry and it's been actually working, then we're gonna go for it. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go. Because you never know what's gonna happen in WAR. You never know. You never know how they go. Let's get on over here and see what's going on, because Washington is accusing senior officials in Minnesota for what? Failing to tackle fraud in the state. Social services programs rescale. I'm talking about, you guys ain't gonna believe this. Oh man, you guys know about the accessorides, when you get a ride to actually go to see your doctor and you come back to and fro. This is just like a traffic thing, going back and forth through let's just say a traveling. It's a traveling charge. Normally it would be kind of similar, I guess, to like a taxi, an Uber, or a Lyft or something like that. Uh-uh. Not when you start hearing these numbers. I'm gonna have to let this go for a little while. You guys check this out. Dr. Oz, is this what we're doing right here? Um, no, we're not doing it. We out of here. I'm tired of Iran. I want to talk about some other stuff now. Let's get on over here and talk about this other situation over here with Dr. Oz. Let's go.
It's still an open question as to whether this was incompetence, willful blindness, or worse. Walz's team simply saying, quote, Governor Walz is glad to see fraudsters are going to prison. Meanwhile, State AG Keith Ellison, spokesperson, told Fox News Digital, quote, the record is clear that AG Ellison fought fraud wherever possible and as soon as he was able to. VP JD Vance, meanwhile, is now recommending a DOJ criminal investigation into Walz and Ellison. Watch this.
As soon as he was
Clearly,
able
people
to.
weren't taking fraud seriously. Whether it rises to the level of a criminal violation, we're going to investigate it. And of course, if it does rise to that level, we're going to prosecute it. We have to.
Joining me now is CMS Administrator.
This is the crazy one right here.
Dr. Oz, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Doesn't matter if you don't like him. Doesn't matter the network. What if what he's saying is true? It's crazy. That's why we do this. We get to the bottom line ourselves to figure it out.
Having me on.
Well, you are taking on so much, and all of this encompassing the massive fraud scandal that we're seeing, including the Feeding Our Future scandal. Tell us what's going on here and what you've uncovered.
So first, let's applaud Congress for its oversight. It's good to bring this information out. I actually spoke to some of the whistleblowers that they actually had testify, and it's chilling. When I first went to Minnesota, which was in January, and we had been dealing with Minnesota for several months, as they began to acknowledge more and more that they had lost control of the narrative, but also the actual program that Medicaid has to offer in Minnesota. These 14 specific issues, like transporting people to a doctor's office, things, by the way, your family would often do for you. The state was paying for it. We have that allowance in Medicaid, but they had not challenged the basic program integrity, which is so critical. You can't just trust somebody. If you have an unlicensed person in an unmonitored setting providing a service that's unclear, you really have to be careful about who you're giving money to.
So you got all of these fly-by-night ambulette companies, these fake companies, or certain ones driving around, or not, but they're still getting the funding.
Well, they had programs like, for example, these transportation to the doctor's office, right? That's supposed to be $1 million a year. And how expensive could it be? Imagine just taking a cab to the doctor's office and getting reimbursed by the state. It was costing them $100 million.
Oh my God.
They shut the program down. We insisted on it. Why? Because if you have that much fraud in a program, it's mostly not worth doing. And so now nobody in Minnesota who needs that valuable program could get it anymore because the fraud had gotten so bad. So the whistleblowers basically said the following. We knew there was problems that needed to be addressed. We would raise it to the level of the senior leadership of the health service, who would then take it to the governor's office, and they refused to act. And we would, I wasn't alone. I had investigators with me. We asked, why didn't you do something about it? They said, we were ostracized. We walked out of the building. And the argument they gave, basically, is you're not allowed to complain about Somalians because that's racist. And the worst thing you can be in Minnesota is a racist. Now, that to me is ironic because the people you're hurting are often Somalians and other folks who look different than you. So if you don't enforce these systems, and we're not just seeing it in Minnesota, by the way, but in Minnesota it was particularly egregious. I think it woke the country up to the fact that we have to take action. We can't just pretend and be performative in our compliance on these issues. And I think a lot of this lays at unfortunately, what happened in the prior administration. Where in my administration and my agency that I administer, and Medicare and Medicaid, they're basically told to stand down. We don't want to hear about cheating. We just want to get more people on the rolls because that's what good people do.
Unbelievable. And then they complain that we have this enormous debt.
Yep, that's where all the debt is coming from. And you guys, you got to understand. I know you probably don't like hearing about stuff like this, but I keep on telling you, if you go state by state and state by state and keep on doing, looking at all of the numbers, could you imagine the amount of fraud that we may find? Could you believe that? Probably could settle the national deficit with just the fraud money. So do you agree with them cutting off the money for the drivers now? Because now they messed it up for everybody. You guys heard of that before? Now y'all done for everybody. Now the people that really need to get somewhere, accessorize, ambulettes and stuff like that, they actually need to get somewhere, they don't have the funding for it. That's crazy, you guys. Look at that. That's crazy. I just took $220 off of my check for paperwork I didn't get. Okay, we be in the black. My information hasn't changed in 20 years. Balance. Yes. What else you got? Nobody's raises getting green money flying out the county. What was that? Okay, what else you got? State by state. Exactly. That's what I think we need to do, state. Faye. How you doing, Faye? I was looking for you yesterday. Glad you back and gloved up. Talk to me about what happened. Let's talk about that. Was it here or was it on Discord that you guys had that problem the other day? We need drivers no matter. That's right. We still need those drivers for certain people. It needs to be more vetted, not shut down. What about people that have no transportation? Now what? Miss M. Jackson, I'm with you. I think it needs to be vetted better, not shut down. Let's keep them fraud needs to issue refunds, but they won't. You right about that. They don't got the money, they done spent it all, acting like they got the Mercedes Benz and all of the nice cars and stuff like that, sending it back to their country so they can build houses and things like that. So when they go back over there, they the man or the woman or whatever, because they don't really plan on staying over here forever. They want to get rich and go boom, drop back over there, right? My country, my country. I'd be like, you keep on saying that. Why don't you get out of here now? I get tired of people with all that my country stuff. I understand you, your country, your country. What the hell you over here constantly saying that for? No disrespect. Now, guess what? Let me go ahead and button my jacket. Make sure I'm representing because I think we some champions over here. Let me speak up. I think we're some champions over here. And this Thursday, we're going to show it. That's right, you guys. Even people that are not Knicks fans are coming together and showing love. That's right, New York has changed and everybody's showing nothing but, well, I can't say harmony because that wasn't exactly harmony what we saw out there displayed. We got a situation over here. We got the New York Knicks, you guys, officially champions and they're home now. And this Thursday, there's going to be a ticker tape parade. How many of you people are going to actually be able to attend? Let's see what's going on with those Knicks, y'all. I know we got a lot of people out here that's not so happy about this, but hey, maybe next year.
This morning, the kings of the court are officially home, getting a hero's welcome. Let's go, Knicks! Let's go, Knicks! As the newly crowned NBA champion New York Knicks returns from San Antonio. They got a plane's rocking and they're having a party. The champs looking forward to Thursday's parade and bringing the trophy home for the first time in 53 years. It's over! It's over! Fans, this was not a dream. After they beat the Spurs 94-90 in a closeout Game 5. Gets away from Castle. Photos. Oh my God! In New York City, watch parties erupted as thousands of fans stormed the streets. Some celebrations getting too rowdy, as New York City police confirmed a 17-year-old was shot in Midtown and buses were torched.
It's not a party until somebody get popped. I'm sorry. I know y'all like, what are you talking about, Boogotti? He's all right. But y'all know how we do. It ain't a party until somebody get popped or beat up.
Well, for the most part, New Yorkers simply soaking in an extraordinary moment. And another stunning come from behind victory led by superstar Jalen Brunson. A lot of fans have waited a long time for tonight. What would you say to them?
Thank you for having my back through the ups and downs. Thank you for bringing myself, my family into this city, giving us all love.
No surprise, the team captain named the finals most valuable player, putting up 45 points,
53.
in the fourth quarter alone.
45 points, 15 points in the fourth quarter. Show that man some respect, y'all.
The victory made all the more special being shared with his dad, Nick's assistant coach, Rick Brunson. When the buzzer sounded at the end of the game, what was the first thing you thought about?
Probably words I can't probably say right now, but I was good. And then my dad just got there, and then I got emotional from that point on.
To do it with dad right next to you.
Yeah.
How much sweeter does that make it?
We're gonna trade it for the world.
The team unable to contain their excitement during our interview.
There's absolutely something wrong with him.
It's a group with a bond that Josh Hart says goes beyond the court.
We genuinely love each other. You see us all joking, playing, doing all those kind of things, man. But this is genuine love. This is genuine brotherhood.
The NBA title, a true team effort, thanks to moments like OG Anunoby's iconic buzzer beater in Game 4. A tip-in that's already gone down in sports history.
It's a collective effort. It's a whole team effort, organization effort. It's all about.
That was a
Yeah,
club.
yeah.
That was a club.
Okay, it wasn't.
That was you.
That was
Putting the Knicks on your back.
yeah. I was trying to do whatever it takes to win. You know, for the best in the world.
Let's keep on going, you guys. That's right. That's the tribute to the New York Knicks right there. We got to keep on going. We got a lot of news to get into. Nope. Matter of fact, we're not going to do this. I'm tired of this crap. What are we doing?
Live in Geneva with the latest from the administration. Hi, Peter.
Nah, I told you I'm good with that Iran stuff. We out of here with that. We're not doing no more of that. Let's keep on moving. Since we in the sports and we talking about action and we all turned up, let's stay that way. Let's get back over to Washington where the USC from the White House, the weekend of, what are they calling this? Not humiliation. Can't be serious. You serious? Ex-DHS officials call the UFC event America's Roman event. That's right. They're calling this the Roman moment. You guys remember when Rome was falling? Everybody was so busy at the Colosseum being entertained. That's what they're actually trying to call this. We play both sides of the coin. There's people that are agreeing with the UFC at the White House, and then there are people that don't agree. Yesterday, we played the people that agree. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
The boys are back with us. Miles, your reaction to everything we saw in D.C. this weekend, quite the juxtaposition.
It was, Stephanie, a weekend of humiliation for the president and for the United States of America. Of course, Donald Trump has lost a number of rulings in the courts about having his name on federal buildings and rewriting history in national parks. He was forced to take those things down this weekend, start reversing them. And at the same time, the country, I think, was humiliated by this spectacle. Now, let me just say, I'm not opposed to the idea of the United States having some sort of UFC fight or some sort of event. But I think to anyone watching this, anyone steeped in history, this felt a lot like America's Roman moment. And to those students of history, they'll probably remember a satirist from Roman times named Juvenal, who watched his country.
I actually did like it too. I thought it was intense. I think every one of the fighters felt very special for being able to actually fight from there. If you really look at it from their perspective, if you think about it, I thought it was very entertaining. And if you look at it for what it was, you know, overall, I think it was a good event. Now, what'd be cool is if they had some proceeds go back to the state of Washington to cover that $12 million. That'd be really nice. Now you're talking. Let's keep going.
Great. Slide into autocracy and coined a very famous phrase, bread and circuses. That is what he said Roman rulers, as the Roman Republic fell and turned into the empire, gave their people to distract them from that slide into despotism. If you
Yeah, we understand what you're talking about. You're trying to say while Rome was falling, they were being entertained in the Colosseum, and you're trying to say that's similar to what was going on with the UFC fights. We get it. Do you guys agree with that? How many people here actually agree with that, and how many people don't? I see we have people here that's saying that it was great, and I see females, men and women saying that. Okay, that was an amazing show of patriotism, says Adam. They just need to stop all of the D fights. Okay, Brian, good morning. The games lasted a year. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. There you go. The games. I got what you mean. You know what I'm talking about. We are here. Agree. Okay, some people actually agree. They do actually agree. Who dies? Okay, thank you for getting that person out of there. Okay, ridiculous comparison. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, because now I understand what you're trying to say probably. Now we're going to get on over to France. As you can see, all of these world leaders are arriving for the G6. Where's Macron's wife at? I don't see her anywhere around. What's going on with Macron? Guess he must have left her back home, huh? You got the report. Got the reporter groupies on the side over there. They go Macron. Where his wife at? Slappy McGee. Oui, la présidente. Be careful. You better learn how to dock, because your wife, she is very dangerous with her hands. Let's keep on going. I just wanted you to see the people being dropped off at the G7, see different things going on all around the world, because that's what we do. Let's get on over to Pennsylvania. We got police that are hopeful that the surveillance videos that helps them find the suspects in the killing of the Penn State student. His name is Billy Schmidt. I want to make sure I said that before, but I couldn't remember. I love to make sure that I say people's names, especially good people that lose their lives such a young age. I don't know. I couldn't even remember what I was doing when I was his age, which lets me say to myself, he was very young. 18 is very young to me. 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Shouldn't be losing our lives at those early ages, you guys. At no age. Should be at natural causes instead of nonsense. So we got these two folios that decided they wanted to rob him. I guess he was staggering a little bit after he was coming from the club. You guys remember, this is the follow-up story. They actually are on the hunt for the two suspects that robbed and pow this young student from Penn State. Let's get on over here to Philadelphia. I told you my story that I had about Penn State. I actually was talking to a female one time. We were on the phone, and she's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, how you doing?" I'm talking to her and everything, and she's in Philly, and she's like, "Oh, well, I might have to talk to you in a little while later." I said, "Why?" She said, "Oh, because I'm about to get robbed." I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "Yeah, some guy's walking behind me, and I'm sure he's gonna try to rob me or something like that." Sure enough, phone dies. I don't hear from her. Next thing you know, okay, a couple of days go by. I'm like, I guess I'm not gonna hear from her. I don't know what happened. She calls me back like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, what's going on with you? Like, how you? What happened to you?" "Oh yeah, I got robbed." So I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm used to it now. It happened like 5 or 6 times." I'm like, "What?" I wouldn't be walking around that area if that happened to me. She said, "Oh, you just got to be used to it." I'm like, "Whoa, it's really bad in that area." So I could believe something like this happening. You know, this was a number of years ago, but Lord knows what it's gotten to.
4 days after that student was murdered, police released new video that's painting a much clearer picture of who police say did this. Now they are hopeful that somebody will recognize them and come forward. Surveillance video from Philadelphia police shows the two men they believe killed 22-year-old Penn State student Billy Schmidt. Police say Billy was just steps from his home, returning from a night out with friends when he was targeted in a robbery around 1:30 in the morning Saturday near 20th and Durford Street, just steps away from his home.
J-Man.
In this video, you can hear Billy pleading with the suspects, asking for his phone back after they snatched it. Now, police want you to take a close look at this new video. It shows the two suspects walking through South Philadelphia near Britner and Jackson Streets before they encounter Billy. Investigators say after the shooting, The men ran, ditched their hoodies and masks along the way. One suspect was wearing a distinct gray hoodie with the words "confused" on it, along with skulls and crossbows. The man who police say fired the gun was seen in a gray hoodie and a light gray camouflage face mask. Billy's father spoke with NBC 10 on Monday.
Like the one kid went and hid, and the other one took the phone, and he asked for a phone back and chased the kid, and the other one just turned around and shot him.
He told us Billy was studying communication and was preparing to enter his senior year at Penn State as he grieves for the loss of his son and awaits for justice to be served.
Democrats, Republicans, Independents, all welcome here. All we ask is civil discourse and stay on topic. Welcome to the morning news show, Our Bottom Line. Thank you, Liberty. I love when she does that.
Everybody remember what the person was and how he touched us. He was my best friend to hang out with.
Police is offering a $20,000 reward for any information that will lead to these arrests. In Philadelphia, H+OUR Arias, NBC 10 News.
So yeah, that's his son.
4 days after that student.
That's his son right there. Sad situation right there, you guys. Sad situation. I want to pray for Billy Schmidt, and I want to pray for the family. I want to pray that we actually don't get caught up in things like this, because as you guys can see, crime is very high and rampant in certain parts. And not only that, you know what they do? They go to different neighborhoods because they think that there's going to be easier marks and easier suspects there. So that's why you do have to be careful, even if you live in a nice neighborhood, because that's where they're starting to strike. They're not going to go in the hood and all of that a lot of the times. There's no money there. There's no really perspective of gaining anything big there. So they try to go to those neighborhoods. So now that means everybody has to be equally cautious. Serious days out here now, you guys, real serious. Once you start to see people losing money, not working and things like that, start to see a lot more crime happen. And as well as it being the summer, be careful out there and pay attention to where you're going. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. Now we got to get on over to Los Angeles. I can't even believe this one myself. This foolio right here cannot be serious. If you have a track record of doing something good, go for it. I'm all for it. If you got a track record of doing something good, I'm good for it. Real talk. But if you can't even control your own city, state, or region, how are you going to have the nerve to try to act like you're going to be able to be something even bigger, which is like a president or a principal or whatever like that? How about deal with what you can handle and then graduate to that, Mr. Newscomb? Exactly. I'm going there today, because it seems like everybody has on blinders and they don't pay attention to who this person is and what they're not capable of. Not capable of actually nothing. So you think we need a president like a Gavin Newsom as the president? Can't be serious about this. That's right, you guys. He's actually saying that that he and his wife are being investigated. All of this could be true by the Department of Justice, because President Trump says that he's a threat and he knows that he's going to be running for president. Let's go ahead and see what's going on with Gavin Newsom, you guys. I just can't believe with his performance that he has the nerve to even think that he could do something like that. The same way I thought about Tim Walz. Like, look at the failures over there. Could you imagine him being the vice president?
Breaking news now. Governor Gavin Newsom says he and his wife are now being investigated by the Justice Department. The governor posted this video to social media just a short time ago and characterized the probe as President Trump trying to punish a political rival.
Donald Trump isn't just coming after me because of my mean tweets. He's coming after me because I'm considering running for president.
Look at Joe. Joe says, I moved to Cali years ago under the last administration, but Newsom is terrible. He sucks. I caught part of that.
Because he hates that I've consistently called him out over and over again for his lies and deceit. Donald Trump.
Rival.
Can you believe him, though? What's going on with the people out there that's trying to get their houses built? What's going on with your train, all that money that you spent on your trolleys or what, on that train thing you did and all of that? What's going on with the homeless population? What's going on in California? If you can't deal with California, how are you going to do that times 50?
Donald Trump isn't just coming after me because of my mean tweets. He's coming after me because I'm considering running for president. because he hates that I consistently called him out over and over again for his lies and deceit. Donald Trump is simply the most corrupt president in American history.
The scope of the investigation is not known. According to the New York Times, there are multiple investigations into the governor, including one looking at the finances of his wife, Jennifer Siebel Newsom. Newsom says there is no basis for any of the investigations. The FBI has declined to comment, and the White House referred all questions to the Justice Department.
Billions on the train to nowhere. Look at Brady. Look at Brad Shuley. He says billions on a train to nowhere. That's what I'm saying. What are you going to do? More of the same? That's when it doesn't matter the party, you guys. You got to look at the common sense of it. This guy is a good football player. We put him on the team. This guy's a good basketball player. We put him on the team. This guy here is like third string. He's in a minor league, C league. All he got is what? Good hair and he's tall. That's it. Good, tall, good hair, and he tries to know how to pronunciate and talk. That's it. And wait, don't he got a podcast too? He need to really cut that out. Trust me, Gavin, less is more in some cases. And the least we see of you, the better. My daughter won't take a job in California or New York because the taxes wouldn't negate the raise. Yes, it would. What, Gavin? Look at your own state. Come on, yes, no room to talk. I do not disagree with the corrupt comment he made. I don't disagree with some of that stuff either. Okay, each time the Democrat says the person is or that, and they mean is that it's what I've done. Oh yeah, okay. Brad is sleeping next to me. Oh really? Okay. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys have a good sleep. Let's go on over here to Chicago. We got a former President Obama who speaks on the Iran war, and you know what he's gonna say. What do you guys think Obama's gonna say about it? Do you think anybody's gonna agree with the deal coming together, or is everybody gonna have pushback? Doesn't seem like even the Iran doesn't have a real accord saying, you know what, we're going to end it. So you can't expect anything less from over here. So let's go see what the former president actually has to say when it comes down to Iran.
I sat down with former President Barack Obama and
He's really trying to say, this is the same deal that I set up. That's what he's really trying to say.
former First Lady Michelle Obama for an exclusive interview ahead of the opening of the Obama Presidential Center later this week in Chicago. Now, before President Trump's announcement, I asked former President Obama for his thoughts on the war with Iran. He spent a lot of time wrestling with the
He is third string, right? Right, Scooter? He is.
threat of a nuclear Iran. How do you think things are being handled right now there?
It is doubtful that any agreement that arises is going to be significantly different or a significant improvement from the deal that we had in the first place, and had worked for a long stretch of time before the United States pulled out. So
I might need some help on that question, Jack. People are asking me, name one thing this crook in office has done for the United States or for anyone. You guys, what has Donald Trump done for anyone?
I'm hopeful that bombing stops and ordinary people are no longer suffering as a consequence of the war. And then in retrospect, it's a reminder that on a lot of difficult foreign policy problems, the notion that we can just bully our way or bomb our way to solutions may sometimes seem appealing, but the fact of the matter is that taking the time to explore diplomacy and
Casey says Obama's ears getting bigger or his head is shrinking.
exhaust the possibilities of coming up with deals that don't solve 100% of the problem, but solve 80, 90% of the problem, while avoiding the necessity of going to war. You'd think we would have learned that lesson by now, but it seems like every so often we have to relearn that lesson again.
And my answer to your question would be, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. You got me on that one. I can't think of anything on the top of my head. I just can't. I really can't. So you got me on that. Word salad. Obama ain't nothing but a Newscomb. Ooh, Obama can be trusted. Look at the unpaid contractors who built this library. Obama talks in circles. Well, me and Michelle, we believe that with the type of country that we envision together as a nation can come together to build a foundation of which, oh my God, sound kind of like Kamala-ish. If you really do it that way, you can see who she tries to study, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Let's keep on going, you guys. He is an intelligent, just a good speaker. At least Obama has some class and intelligence. Obama deported, bombed, just, okay, let's keep on going, you guys. I don't really think he did jack for the blacks. How about that? And you could say, well, you could take that to the bank. Seems like, oh, when Trump came in, oh, you do want to do that? I forgot somebody wanted to do that. I didn't mean to. Okay, I forgot. I forgot about the HSBCUs. What Trump did for the colleges. Also, I could actually come up with a few things that I think Trump actually did for the brothers, for the people. You know what I'm saying? More than what old Scammer did. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let me see what I got for you over here coming out of Philadelphia. We got some serious situations in the details of this police powering, and that left 3 Philadelphia officers injured. All 3 officers are in stable condition. Can you guys help me out with the HSBCU situation and stuff like that he actually did as far as Trump? And I think he did overturn that Biden thing where it was he also hey, pardon Kodak Black. We resemble superstars. We know very scars. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. We got to get on over here and see what's going on in Philadelphia.
The 3 officers, especially considering where the neighbors are saying about
yesterday about the 3 police officers that were shot Saturday night around 10:15 or so. They're all in stable condition over at the hospital. This happened in the Winfield neighborhood.
And we're still working to learn what led a man to fire at the 3 officers, especially considering what the neighbors are saying about him. But we do know that the suspect is dead. So Hank is letting us know more about the investigation and the recovery for the officers.
Over Penn Presby.
Cuban, what do you say right there? Enrique Tarrio, Cuban Soviet convicted of sedition, was pardoned by President Trump. Okay, what else I got? Jack Boogotti has no political affiliation. I actually don't, but he could ask me questions. It's cool. Jack, okay to disagree, bro. Yeah, it's okay to disagree. I love back and forth. This is clean content right here. He actually made me think. He made me think a little bit. I appreciate that. As long as you stay that way, we love it. Let's keep on going.
And good morning, guys. And yes, those 3 officers remain in stable condition behind me at Penn Presbyterian Hospital, guys. But this police-involved shooting is now under investigation by Philly Police and the Philadelphia District Attorney's Office. And one of the key questions that they're going to want answered is exactly why a man really well regarded in his neighborhood. And I'll get into how that is in a second.
I got you, Jack. He says if you didn't vote for Obama, then you ain't black. That's right, Jack. You heard that. That's coming from Jack.
He's known as a businessman, a former servant. Why would he pull a gun and shoot at police? Let's take you back to Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. Philly police are called out to North 54th and Arlington on reports of shots fired. They find a shot-up car and begin to investigate. And that is when 57-year-old Eric Franks got involved, according to police, who say that he repeatedly moved into the investigation area that they were trying to keep clear. He was asked to stand down multiple times, but refused, becoming more agitated. When he shoved the police sergeant, officers moved to arrest him. And that, guys, is when Franks stepped back, drew his weapon, and police responded. Franks was killed.
And he was off-duty. I mean, he was a retired fireman.
In the shooting, the whole neighborhood is confused because a lot of people knew him, and he did a lot.
He would spearhead the food truck festivals. Winfield usually has food truck festivals. I don't know if they're going to do it anymore, but he was spearhead that. He was a very big community man. He was a huge part of this community, and that's just horrible that he was.
That's probably why he was out there getting involved in that situation and why that happened.
Taken away.
Frank's fired shots that hit 3 police officers, one in the face, one in the leg, and one in the hip. And as I said, they remain here at Penn Presby. And the incident, again, under investigation by.
Did he just snap? Did he just go crazy? Like, what was that about? Because you and I, we saw this video yesterday. We saw the actual video right before it actually went down. So I don't know. It doesn't really explain much from the video that we watched yesterday, though. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. He's covering up them files. Oh, yes, I was want them legalize the boom bonnet. The easiest to book out, none of easy. Okay, PTSD. That's called the TSD, isn't it? Called it the Trump derangement syndrome. TDS, I think that's what they're calling it now. Let's keep on moving, you guys. Let's keep Trump. Are you divorcing her? What are you talking about? You're talking about Melania. We got to keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. Come on, let's stay on topic. Because since you are talking about Trump a lot, matter of fact, let's stay on your topic. I'm gonna leave it there. Because now we got other voters who are flipping out, talking about betrayals from the Epstein files to the economy. So do you feel the same way that you felt about Trump if you voted for him or if you're behind his campaign and his administration? That was the question that was being asked by a lot of people.
I voted for Trump all 3 terms. To be honest with you, I'm not a big supporter of him at this point. Due to the economy and due to gas prices, due to Epstein files and some other things.
You said you'd bring down the grocery prices. Literally, I must be the most angry person in my grocery shop.
No, you're not. And I can't, I hear you screaming. You're talking regular voice, but I hear you yelling out because that's the same thing. And I can't believe nobody else is paying attention because we do have power. I can't believe this. We just letting these people do this to us. Like we just getting beat up at the register. I'm talking about ripoffs. They raise the price of something 3 times. It used to be $4, then it goes to 7, and then it goes to 9, and then you looking at it like this, and they looking at you like, what? What's the problem? Like, I don't understand. What's the problem? The same way like when your laptop break, if you go to Apple and say, excuse me, can you fix my laptop? They'd be like, well, you know, we do have another one that's on sale right now for $3,000. You know, if you get that one, you won't have to deal with this issue. And you're looking at them like, why the hell would I spend $3,000 on a new computer if because they want you to spend your money. They don't care about you. They don't. And then they don't sell you food anymore. They sell you products. Remember that. It's about money, shelf life, and profits. That's it. That's all they care about. Let's go.
Because I buy the same things every week. And I see it jump every week.
If you could pick one word to describe the economy right now, what would that one word be?
The gutter. The gutter. It's in the gutter.
What would if you could talk to President Trump directly right now, what would you tell him?
You want me to really say it on air?
I say you.
F you and your economy is in the gutter. Those are not my words. Those are not the words of anyone with a Biden or a Harris lawn sign in their yards over the last 10 years. Those were people who voted for Donald Trump 18 months ago. And it is not a good sign when your very recent voters and your political base starts to sound angrier than anyone who thought Democrats should have impeached you. And that's now Alex Tabbitt spoke to.
Nope, let's just keep on going. I gotta show them that we don't just play Fox all the time. But how come they don't never do that, y'all? How come they don't never do that? How come they don't never say MS Now? Oh, why you watching that? How come y'all never do that? Anytime it's Fox, yo, why we gotta watch Fox or whatever like that. Anytime it's something else, I always want to call it out. But when it's MSN or whatever like that, they be like that. You don't want to say jack, nothing, right? We understand we got different political views over here, but right is right, wrong is wrong. I have no particular political views. A lot of people get angry with me about that. Oh, I thought you was 100% for Trump. Oh, I thought you was 100% Democrat. No, I'm not 100% Jack. Nothing. I'm not playing with these people out here. What's going on is the problem. I want to know what's going on. Boogotti is not an independent. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican or a conservative. It took me a long time to be able to figure out all 4 of the names because I don't follow anyone blindly. You're never supposed to do that. The same way they talk to us about the networks that we follow and we look at. We never follow anyone blindly like that. You're never supposed to do that because then somebody can steer you down the wrong path. Think about that. And it's so, oh, you're wrong for that. Call them out. People respect you more for that. Not, oh, just because I'm part of the party, I'm going to do it. That's not cool. And that's the part that I really don't like. Because it's not always about the politicians when it comes down to that. It's about the people in the party that are ignoring the things that they're letting them get away with as well, that I have a problem with. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got a situation over here I want to bring in right here with Republican, what's her name, Premier Jaya Powell. She actually went down there to that place I was supposed to go to that printed out all of the Jeffrey Epstein files that had all of the books. They were doing like a pop-up. They had it going on for a few days. She actually went down there and read some of the files. Let's see some of the stuff that comes out of the files that she reads. Check this out.
As the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. She did not want to have to drink because she was, quote, tired. I left the hotel lobby somewhat abruptly. When I'm reflective, I think I'm dodging a bullet. There are huge ups with her, but very self-involved, and to get her to be good probably requires more firmness than I enjoy. Once you decide which way, we can set it up with option for purchase. This is just gross. This is Larry Summers. It's just disgusting. Page one.
I don't understand why a lot of these people, information is out there, the things that they said, and they ain't even been investigated. They got a whole display about the Epstein files with a whole bunch of stuff about what people actually did. And two people, the only ones that's going to jail about this?
30, volume 1069 of 3437. These are emails from Jeffrey Epstein to Mark Epstein, March 2018. What's your boy Donnie up to now? Jeffrey responds, all good, Bannon with me. Mark responds, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. You and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. You mean capital letters Donnie T? Volume 3084, page 673. This is from Jeffrey Epstein to someone whose name is redacted. Jeffrey Epstein, we'll send a camera. Response, thank you so much. I got an iPhone from you. I'm so glad. It's a very nice present. Now I can send selfies to you. Kiss you, kiss you. Response, do you have any friends that might want to work for me? I will give you money if you can find someone willing to travel 22 to 25, educated, personable. I will help with their visa if they are good.
Now, this is the important part. He's recruiting other girls through other girls. And you heard that part about the visa. It reminds me of another person that said that they felt, which was his assistant, they felt like he had a hold on them, felt that he had like a vice on them because he had access to their visa. He was the one that was holding on to their visa because he was the one that was manipulating and getting these people visas. So come on, let's keep going.
Good. This is the way they're using visas and passports as bribes, immigration status.
Thank you, Brad.
Using all these leverage points to try and get young girls and women into this ring of predators. Volume 2267, page 19. This is from Jeffrey Epstein to somebody named Daniel. Hello, Jeffrey. A great friend of mine rented huge house in Ibiza, so inviting a lot of girls from Russia, all models, because they will be doing the shootings down there for several magazines with a great scout named Tigraine.
This dude was global with it. Why do you think he had the private jet? Yeah.
He used to scout for Trump. He coming with 12 girls the first week, then 13 others the second. Tigran has the best taste next to you. He had a girl named Redacted in Paris that he had told many bad things for me. The way that these emails go back and forth between these men and what they think is okay to say is truly disgusting.
And nobody else got arrested, just Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. That's it. Only people that got arrested was those two. And there's so many more rich and powerful people out there. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up if you appreciate the content. Wanted you guys to see that. I was hoping that I was going to be able to go down there and do the same thing that she did. I was going to try to get it on video, but I couldn't. Thank you so much, Jordan Dowdy, for the 5 on it. Okay, there you go. El numero uno, 5 spot. We appreciate that. Everybody, do the same thing that Jordan just did. Put 5 on it. We appreciate you guys. That's right. Also, let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. We're working on 73,000 subscribers. And as you can see, I'm representing for New York. The Knicks right now, you guys. Champions, 53 years. Let's give it up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Missouri. Another breaking story. You see, I'm trying to mix this thing up here, not to make it so hot and heavy. Got situations over here where 11, that's right, you guys, 11 skydivers and their pilot all lost their lives. Witnesses say the skydivers aboard had no chance to get out, and this crash basically because of the height of the where they flew, they were never able to actually get up in the air or to even deploy their I'm sorry, guys. What do they call those things? Parachutes. I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's keep moving forward.
Now to a horrific plane crash.
Oh no, it's not, because we're gonna find it some kind of way. Let me see if I can spin this back. Okay, we're gonna know. Okay, so now we're gonna go over here. 11. Okay, now we're gonna get it from the source of another place. Let me see, we got 145 on that one. Which one do we want? Boom, 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 boom. Actually see how Boogotti curates right now. I don't got no problem showing you. Let's do this one.
Tonight, tragedy in Missouri. The smoldering wreckage, remnants of a plane carrying skydivers that crashed moments after takeoff.
The plane took off, and then at that point, it went down.
The company Skydive KC, who operated the plane, tells NBC News all 12 people on board, 11 skydivers and 1 pilot, were killed, saying the private plane went down near Butler Memorial Airport, roughly an hour south of Kansas City. Smoke seen billowing out of the mangled metal pieces as troopers tried to spray down the crash site. Local reporter Doug Mager capturing this video just minutes after the impact. When you pulled up to the scene, what struck you?
Well, as a pilot, it was quite disturbing, but I did see that there was flames coming from the wreckage and they were starting to put water on it.
The incident now marking the state's deadliest aviation tragedy since 2004.
No, there was a lady there that said that the height never got to the point where they could deploy parachutes. If you're only about 25 feet or 30 feet off of the ground, you can't deploy a parachute. You have not even taken off yet, is what they're trying to say. The plane didn't even get off the ground. So the parachute has no bearing in this. Please understand what we're trying to say to you guys here. That's why I wanted you guys to see that other video.
The FAA sharing a Pacific Aerospace P-750 crashed while departing from Butler Memorial Airport in Missouri around 11:35 a.m. local time, adding the NTSB will lead the investigation. Tonight, the local sheriff's office urging people to avoid the area as federal agencies begin the long search for answers for loved ones grieving an unthinkable loss. And tonight,
and somebody else that knows what they're talking about. They says, and you have to clear the plane. You got planes, you got trees and all of that stuff around. You cannot just think because you're on the plane, if you're 25 feet off the ground, you can, okay, I'm gonna use my parachute. You can't do it. You can't even clear the plane. You got trees and everything around, as you even saw, and you're this far off the ground. The chute won't even deploy. And if it does, boom, you're still hitting the ground in like 7 to 8 seconds because you're too close to the ground. Parachute has no bearing in that situation right there. There you go. That's why it happened. Good vibes, laughs, good times, hard topics, entertainments, and more on Our Bottom Line. But right now, Liberty, we need to pray for those 12 plus the pilot that lost their lives in this tragedy. I'm not going to be able to explain every part of it, but from what they're saying and from what I heard, I get and I understand, what actually happened. Don't understand what happened to the plane, but I could get an assessment from what they told me that, what happened, what they said to us, what actually happened in this tragedy. It's a very scary thing to be doing. Number one, to be skydiving. I know a couple of people want to do it as far as like their wish list and things like that. I've never been that extreme to want to skydive, and I think I'm going to stay my behind on the ground. But I would like to pray for all 12 of those people, as well as the pilot that lost their lives. I want to pray for their families and all other skydivers out here, and let's hopefully find what really happened to the plane to make that happen. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to Venezuela, because I already told you, I can't believe they're in this situation right here. Maybe when I bring up the clip, you guys will get what I'm trying to say. Because I'm remembering that we went over and got Maduro, right? We went over and got Maduro, got all this oil coming up out of there, right? So what's going on with the oil? If they got all this oil being sold, why is this going on?
For many Venezuelans outside Caracas, blackouts have become part of their daily life. Businesses have shut down, students can't go to school, there is no internet. Residents in Valencia say basic routines have become difficult during the long electricity cuts.
The power cuts are affecting us every day, sometimes for 8 hours, sometimes for 5. Right now, for the past 3 days, they restore the electricity for 1 hour and then cut it again. We charge our phones, but the ice has melted, the ice cream has melted, and that's how I make a living.
The instability extends beyond electricity. Power cuts are often followed by water shortages, forcing families to stock up
Floyd, I give up, bro. You don't get it, but you can keep on. I give up.
water containers, batteries, and rechargeable lamps. Others say the blackouts have damaged their refrigerators, air conditioners, electronic equipment, and they cannot afford to replace them. Frustration over conditions spilled into the streets in several areas of Valencia recently. Some residents staged small protests and blocked roads, demanding more stable electricity services.
I thought they were selling oil. What's going on? I don't get it. Talk to me, y'all.
Well, in the health sector, for example, in the laboratory area, it has certainly been problematic because we can't deliver results on time. Materials get damaged, the reagents too. Some don't need refrigerations, but others do.
The contrast between Caracas and the interior has become increasingly visible. Although there are occasional outages in the capital city, residents face fewer and shorter interruptions than those in other regions of the country.
This is crazy because the last thing I thought, they were selling a whole bunch of oil. They was getting they cut and they made a deal. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. Let's get on over here to see what's going on with this situation over here. We got Anna Kopner's stepbrother who surrenders to U.S. Marshals. We got much more coming in as well. A couple of breaking stories that we got coming in as well. Let's keep on moving forward, see what's going on with this.
In 2 weeks since a federal judge heard arguments about whether or not 16-year-old murder suspect Timothy Hudson should be detained, ahead of his trial. And
Yeah, you guys know who this is. This is the kid that went on that cruise, and you guys remember the stepsister wound up unalived. So now they're trying to say, should they actually let him out while he's going to court, or should they keep him inside? Let's keep on. I think that's this one right here. But he finally surrendered to the U.S. Marshals because at first they were saying that they were going to leave him out. Then they felt like he was a threat to society as well as himself. So then they called for him to come back in. This is the 16-year-old that was not found guilty, but he's going to be going to trial for the stepsister murder on the cruise. Was that a cruise? I think it was a cruise, yeah.
And today we have the answer. Yes, he should. Hudson's accused of killing his stepsister, 18-year-old Anna Kepner, on Carnival cruise ship back in November. Her body was found stuffed under the bed of the stateroom they'd been sharing. He's been charged with first-degree murder and aggravated sexual abuse, but despite these serious...
So he basically, it was third-degree murder and aggravated R-word abuse. So he did do something with her or to her, yeah.
Of those accusations, Hudson's been allowed to remain free ahead of his federal trial until today, that is, because Hudson has officially surrendered to U.S. Marshals following the judge's order, finding that the prosecution's case, quote, The case for forcible rape
No hoodie today, huh? No hoodie and being able to stay home today. Good for him.
is beyond clear and convincing. That's the legal statement. And that it suggests, quote, a level of psychopathy and lack of remorse that by itself raises a serious concern that Hudson can snap at any time, despite the well meaning and serious efforts of his caretakers to make sure that doesn't happen. Joining me now, Bridget Matter, WPLG Report, Local 10 reporter, who's been covering this story from the very beginning. Thanks so much for taking the time. So,
Ain't nobody else do this but him. You know he did it.
Hudson surrendered.
They was covering up for him and protecting him. It was his parents trying to cover up for him as much as they could.
First of all, where is he right now?
Well, it's our understanding based on that document, on that filing that was unsealed today, that after he turns himself in to the marshals, he must be taken to the Citrus County Jail. And the reason being is because that facility, it can house juveniles. So he is to be taken to the Citrus County Jail. And in the document, it also says that he must have access to visitation to his family, have internet access so he can speak to his family. After that, he must be brought here to Miami-Dade County no later than July 10th.
Now, look, I can't say I'm surprised from the legal point of view that this happened, given the seriousness of these allegations. I talked about the charges. The judge
Yeah, he
cited
should be locked up.
alleged lack of remorse as a reason for keeping him detained. But was there another reason that the judge gave as well?
Well, we have to remember he was Baker acted after this happened. The filing really is talking a lot about danger to himself, danger to the community. And like you mentioned leading up to this about the fact that he could potentially snap.
Yeah.
So I think that when we look at a lot of murder cases, when you're awaiting trial, a lot of times you're in custody. You're not sitting at home. You don't have a box.
Yeah, you ain't all that thinking that you the man, and just because we were surprised that he was out here this long. All of us were like, why isn't he locked up?
You don't have a bail. So the judge at this point is responsible for making that decision because they really don't know what could happen if he's not.
And he does have that look. Look at everybody. Look at Angels. He does have that crazy look, that hollow eyes look. Look at Tori. You're right.
In custody, being watched by corrections.
And look, to be clear, this is not an ultimate determination. He's still
Be honest.
guilty, but given the gravity of these charges,
Be honest, said complexion for the protection.
we're talking about a forcible sexual assault and a murder. Those are the allegations, and considering that, it's not surprising. But what is interesting is, I don't know if you call it reverse course or not, because the judge did defend his decision for a pretrial release, right? What happened there? How did the judge defend the initial decision to make sure Hudson was out?
So I think, that happened before he was officially charged as an adult. So as the investigation unfolds, the judge will see more evidence, and that can change the judge's decision. So
that made more sense. The more information that the judge has got, he's like, yeah, you know what? After this, charge him as an adult now and bring his ass in. All of that juvenile protection is a little different. That's like when you get arrested and have your parents come pick you up, and if you got a case, you go to court from home. Thank you, the real Mac OG. I wanted to give you that love before that disappeared on you. Thank you so much for becoming a member and showing love over here with Our Bottom Line. But when a judge is finding new information, he's reading the case, and the prosecution is bringing in more stuff, they can up the ante and be like, oh, wait a minute, what? Oh yeah, Cole, get him in here. We're going to put a warrant out for his arrest. I never even saw this right here. And then they'll up the charge to an adult. And that's what they did. That's what they did with that one. It made a lot of sense. Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah. And somebody said, look at Angels, sit your little arse in jail. There you go. Remember, sociopaths, not all, but many can identify, or they can identify features like seeing the white under the iris. Okay, that was a good call out right there, you guys. But it was something about his look, that blank stare, that hollow look that somebody said in the comments. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to New York. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Yeah, New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. I had to stop and say it that way, you guys. I mean, I had to use the Bugatti on that one. Like anywhere. If you can make it here, you could make it anywhere. On the side of a volcano, yep, you can make it. I'm telling you. Wait a minute, it's hot. It's coming down. There goes some lava. It's just like living in New York. I'm telling you, because you never know what's going to happen. We've been following up with these check washing schemes where you think, and me, we got these checks, we want to send in to pay bills. We write the check out with the right amount. We make sure that we put the X's in certain spots. We make sure that we don't put any area where somebody can steal some money or add any extra words, right? We turn it over, we make sure it's all good, we put it in that envelope, walk it to the post office to make sure that it gets to the destination. But guess what? Does not mean that check is safe. Let's get on over to Long Island where a woman falls victim to check washing, despite even having precautions. She even has the pen. She's even got the pen to make sure that she couldn't get caught out there and still got caught. They advance out here, you guys. Let's be careful.
Check washing thieves have struck again, but this time a Long Island woman says that she took every precaution and still got robbed. Carolyn Gussoff explains how.
Upsetting and disheartening.
Carolyn Barella's family nursery prides itself on good work, supporting local community groups. And while
This is sad. She supports local community groups. Some of her plants go from $3 to $35. She works her butt off. Watch how much money this lady lost.
she believes in the best of people, she was prepared for the worst.
It's a security pen.
Buying this security pen for the few checks she still has to write, with specially formulated gel ink designed to guard against check washing. And she mails her checks both inside and right in front of the post office. But her 5 payees never got the checks in the mail.
I was sweating bullets when I saw that these checks were made out to somebody different than I actually made them out for. I was sick.
$16,000 in checks stolen. The security pen prevented the dollar amounts from being rewritten.
You could see how they tried, but they changed the name.
And
this never happens to bad people. You're right, Tricky. You're right.
they cashed the checks by mobile deposit.
This is nuts.
Well, so
And they cash the checks by mobile deposit under that false made up person's name. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Once they got a bank account that they got set up illegitimate, now they go do their crimes and change all of those names to that name and wash it through that bank account. You don't know who that person is. They probably stole that person's identity too. And they're using mobile downloads. The same way you can take a check from Chase, take a picture of it, turn it over, take a picture of it, and deposit it that way. The convenience of depositing. Yeah, they're using the convenience of depositing with mobile deposits.
They changed the name.
and they cashed the checks by mobile deposit.
This is nuts.
While Suffolk police investigate, we asked security experts whether checks should be avoided altogether. Adam Schwalm suggests using electronic checks issued by the bank or
Make sure that you have a threshold with your bank. And besides having the threshold, you can say, have it alert you every time you write a check.
while Varela tries to recoup the losses from the bank, other victims are flooding her inbox.
So you would think that you're safe enough when you go to the post office. You work your butt off, $2 plans to $30 plans, and somebody walks away scot-free with all this money.
Many post offices already
Money Tree, you know you dead wrong. He said, that's an old one, washing checks. I ain't washed checks since the early 2000s. Money Tree, that's where your investment monetary come from? Stop telling people your business, man.
have security cameras, but there's no requirement. The U.S. Postal Service has said it's not financially feasible. In Wisconsin, Long Island, Carolyn Bessoff, CBS News, New York.
No, it's not funny. It's really not. But at least we trying to stay aware of it, you guys. And that's why I keep on telling you guys to double tap that screen and get those likes up, because we're an educational channel as well. We get you guys up to date on what's going on out here and what to look out for. And I know the check washing scam is an old thing, but a lot of people, including myself, still choose to cut checks for certain things. Yeah, sometimes it's better. Sometimes it's better. I'm just telling you, it feels like it is. And but now, I don't know about that, because I've never had that problem, but I definitely had a double deposit happen on me. I definitely had that happen. I mean, how do you deposit double? What's going on with that? Oh, we made a mistake. Well, yeah, run that back. Stop playing with your boy. What y'all got for me in these comments? Right on Money Tree. Okay, whose AIDS scams expire? The younger sister, wait, my younger sister did that, and she's in a career criminal. Finally went to prison for a year, still a career criminal. Damn, Jelena. I ain't worried about it. I don't live that life no more. Okay, people still steal the mail looking for the checks all the time. 50 more likes, you guys. Let's get those likes up. We knew Gen 2 broke to need a check. Okay, let's keep on going, you guys. What a check for my rent. Yes, for the rent, you do it that way. Yes, hopefully you guys do. I appreciate you too, Yolanda, because I try to keep on giving you guys this information so that you can be on point. And be careful as well, because it happens at the post office. There's people that work in the post office that are stealing the checks, and then there's post office that are getting broken into. We showed you guys that story yesterday. They're breaking into the post office at night. I remember when we used to be scared to mess with the postal mailbox. We used to be in fear to mess with the postal cart. We got kids out here running up the block with the post office's mail bags, acting like it's a joke, stealing mail out of the mail carrier's bags. That's a federal offense. The problem is they're not enforcing it. They need to start enforcing those things like they used to. I used to be scared to death to sit on the mailbox. Let's keep on moving forward over here to Cape Coral. We got a man who's been accused of stealing over $2,500 using ramen noodles. Like, hell, Boogotti, what? I ain't stutter. He stole over $2,500 using ramen noodles barcodes. Self-checkout, baby. I got the ramen noodles cut out in my pocket. When I go to checkout, clink, ramen noodles. Clink, ramen noodles. It was a steak. Now watch it turn into ramen noodles. That's not the only thing that you can do with ramen noodles. Let's check this one out. And how did he steal so much? Because it took them a while to backtrack. Once they caught him, they said, wait a minute, let's check his receipts and see how long he's been doing this. This is the ramen noodle wrangler right here, boy. Let's go.
New video from Cape Coral. Police say David Crespo scanned the barcode from a ramen noodle package, then bagged higher priced grocery items.
Want a steak? Bing! Ramen noodles. You want a prime rib? Bing! Ramen noodles.
And get this, when store management went through their records, they found Crespo did this nearly 100 times. Dalen Barron is covering the Gulf Coast and Cape Coral, where this
Damn, Crespo, he was going for it.
barcode bandit was caught.
Crespo, the barcode bandit.
The man thought he could get away with using a ramen noodle barcode to steal more expensive groceries, but after Publix
Was it chicken flavor or shrimp?
realized they had sold more ramen than what was left on their shelves, they alerted Cape Coral police. Surveillance video from Publix on Santa Barbara Boulevard shows David Crespo scanning his way to jail at the self-checkout. This started last December, pretending he's buying low-cost ramen noodles that cost around 60 cents and then bagging higher-priced items.
I was thinking there's a lot of bad people in the world who are going to scam and steal no matter what. So it's pretty much up to the people who are selling the product for firewalls and to protect the consumer.
Cape Coral Police says Crespo did the swipe and steal 97 times on 360 items, costing more than $2,500.
Publix had done an audit of why we sold so much ramen, and they still obviously had the ramen on the shelves. And
They're like, yo, how do we sell so much ramen and we still got it all on the shelves? Because he only need one bar to do what he got to do. He only needs one bar to make his thing go through. He went home, cut that thing out, probably taped it to the back of his hand and said, bing, bing, bing. Steaks on me, baby. I'm coming to the barbecue tonight. You always have the best meals, hon.
they were able to find he has been using a ramen barcode to actually buy groceries, which is theft.
Greg Dudek tells me you never know who may be checking out next to you illegally.
You know, it does make you wonder what's going on, I guess, and that can even go on.
Now we got people in the chat like this. Hmm. That's the problem with self-checkout and killing jobs as well. You won't find the news like ours nowhere. Our bottom line. That's right. News chat and interacting with others and current news on hot topics. You guys are like this right now. I know it's like at least 10% of y'all. Look at Fei Fei. Lay Fei like maybe just one, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just he noodled what he was doing. He noodled what he knew he noodled what he knew doodled what he was doing. I get it. 60 cents for a $40 ribeye. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all get what I'm talking about over here. Look at that. Free him. Free Crespo. Free him. He's a Robin Hood. We need to let him out. I guess they never stopped and asked for his receipt. They probably never did. You're the reason why we're selling all these ramen noodles. Thank you for your purchase, sir. He's leaving out like this. You know, no damn ramen noodles ain't that heavy. That's beef. You got a fucking, you got some damn ribs in there. Stop fronting like you got ramen noodles in there. Told you guys, you got to be careful. Okay, Crespo. Now you got to deal with the $2,500 in the back that you owe them. Don't know how you're going to work that out. Don't know how you're going to do it. But let's keep on moving. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. Let's go. Hope you like that story because that's what we do over here. Also, if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're trying to get up to 73,000 subscribers. Also, from this direction, give me all the money in your pockets right now. Give it to me. Or what you can do is you can pick up your phone. And if you see us on that show right there, Our Bottom Line, we want you to double tap that screen because that gets those likes up and it gets many more people over here to see the show. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. I'm glad you're having a good time, Floyd. Wait a minute. But I guess it's all right when they do it. He the kingpin in prison, right? They like, yo, this is the ramen noodle king right here. Everybody come into his cell like this, paying homage with the pack of ramen noodles. Today I bring you chili flavor. Let's keep on going, you guys. I can play with this all day. Let's get on over to Lake Worth, where we got a organized fraudster, grand theft dealing and stolen property, falsifying porn records, and a former jewelry store employee. This is sad. I mean, Sabrina, come on. But you guys, my mother always told me, anybody with with two names or two first names, watch out for them. I take it another way. Three names, watch out for them. You got to watch out for them. You got three names. Oh, you better get the hell away from me. Julio Castro. Nope, get the hell out of here. And I don't. Yep. I got three names too, but I use my initial in the middle. That's why you don't even know what it is. I'm just messing with y'all. But you know how they say, be careful with people with two first names. We got a situation over here in Lake Worth. Organized, I'm talking about this one right here, Sabrina Herrera Acosta. She's been held on bond. And she got locked up. And I don't know if she getting out. But the police definitely told her to watch your head. What I really want you guys to pay attention to is this. The real situation is this. What do they call those things that women put inside of their hair to make it look fuller? This go to show you how much I know about weaves. What do they call them? I'm not talking about the whole thing, maybe a track or a filler. It looks like a little clamp if you ain't take care of it in a while. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. When you want to thicken it out a little bit. The reason I'm saying this is because she been in jail for a little while and she ain't been able to get to no mirror. So yes, and you know how we do. We call out the little things because I can see some sort of tracks going on where she need to get her hands on a brush or take that stuff out if she's gonna be staying there for a little while. That's what they're gonna wind up telling her anyway. Let's get on over to Lake Worth, where you don't want no employee like this one. She been working there for a long time, and you've been stealing jewelry, pawning it in other places. For how long? Up to that much money? Yeah, she needs to be arrested. You got somebody working in your pawn shop and your jewelry store, and all of a sudden you start seeing jewelry pieces go missing. Yep, it was Sabrina. Sabrina did it, y'all. Come on, Sabrina.
Former Lake Worth jewelry store employee accused of stealing high-end jewelry from her boss and pawning it across South Florida faced a judge for the first time today. Nikita Ramos has the latest. The judge called this a very serious situation as Sabrina Herrera Acosta made her first appearance in court today, now being held on a bond of hundreds of thousands of dollars for the 60 counts she faces. Investigators say she spent months stealing jewelry while working at YS Jewelry in Lake Worth. Detectives say she used a blind spot in the store's security camera system to avoid getting detected. The store owner
Literally worked the cameras like, oh, it's a blind spot. Let me go over here with it.
Became suspicious after noticing jewelry was missing. Investigators say Acosta pawned 126 pieces of jewelry in Palm Beach and Broward counties.
Stupid. Like you pawning jewelry from another place. You don't know that they got to keep some of that stuff on record and on file. And those pawn shops that took that stuff, they're going to be in trouble too. Because you're not supposed to take stuff without holding it for 30 days and letting it get inside of a file to look into it. You can't just sell stuff off like that unless it hasn't been reported stolen. And they probably that's the reason why. Let's keep on going, you guys, because they're going to even say that a lot of that stuff got sold from the pawn shop. Because she never went back to get it. She just wanted the money.
Collecting more than $86,000. The store owner identified 75 stolen items worth about $150,000. Detectives say Acosta admitted to taking the jewelry and pawning it. While some items were recovered, many had already been sold or scrapped. During the hearing, the judge said Acosta breached the trust.
Now, what the hell is that on the side of her head? I know what I'm talking about. That's why I'm freezing it right there. Tell me I'm not wrong. I'm not right about what I said about that head. Y'all see the two different colors? It looks scary if you really look at it. She need a broom. She needs something. Take that out or brush it. Whatever you was doing before to make it look whatever. Do you guys see that? Yes. All of the women, I need you guys to zoom in and tell me what's going on here. Huh? Yes, ladies, what's going on here? I have no idea what it is. Thank you. Somebody tell me something is going on here. What the hell is that? What the hell is it? Like she got on a yarmulke. She got a yarmulke with hair coming out of it. What the hell is that? Look like a yarmulke.
Trust of an employer who relied on her to handle cash and high-end jewelry. He also described the case as a scheme, saying Acosta allegedly knew where the cameras were located and used that knowledge over a significant period of time. And again, she's facing 60 charges now. This includes organized fraud, grand theft, dealing in stolen property, and falsifying pawn records. She remains in the Palm Beach County Jail on a $216,000 bond. Reporting in West Palm Beach, Nikita Ramos, WPBF 25 News.
Can't trust nobody. And that was a lot of stuff she stole. Over 100 and something items. She was getting them slowly. Man, her hair looked crazy. Y'all seen that a clip in? I don't know what the hell that was. She's covering her bald spot. I don't know what the hell that, you know what that could have been? Remember that? Hold on a minute. The one from back in the day where they be like this. They probably hit her with the, see it? Now you don't. Well, y'all remember that commercial. Y'all remember that commercial. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys, because now we got to get on over to this police officer that's targeting LA's most dangerous intersections. If you guys are from Los Angeles, you probably know about this. There's certain places in Queens that I know about myself. Certain avenues in Queens that you have to be very careful about because you will get hit by a car and they won't even stop. You be in the air, shoo, out of there. So you guys got to be very careful in certain places of Queens. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let them know. It's not a game. In certain locations in California, in your state, if you know locations like this, go ahead and call it out because you like for people to be safe. So if you know a location that has a lot of high traffic accidents, yes, let's let everybody know. Because I'm going to tell them about this one location right here in Los Angeles where it's like these different intersections where a number of serious crashes are spiking now. A lot of people are out more nighttime and you have a lot more people drinking. You guys crossing those streets out there, especially those avenues, be careful because it's not only you got to watch out for the drivers and as well as anybody around. Let's go.
And right on cue, car crashes causing severe injury.
Queens Boulevard.
Are trending upwards across Los Angeles.
Queens Boulevard. Thank you. I appreciate that. Who's that? Who's that? Dankin UFO. Thank you, Dankin. You're right. Queens Boulevard.
These days, police are blaming what they call an epidemic of distracted driving, and they say the rise of e-bikes and scooters.
Leffords.
So on what roads are you most at risk?
Hal's Ferry, what's that? Hall's Ferry, in Missouri. All of Baltimore, says Lee Davis. That's crazy. Is Tupac birthday today? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Kevin Ozadek has the answer in tonight's Seven on Your Side investigates.
Yeah, the governor need to work on that instead of trying to be president. Good one, Money Tree.
Traffic. It sure does test our nerves. And it's the job of these motor officers to remind drivers of the rules of the road.
Yeah, you did fumble with that phone when you're coming to the red light.
Today, this LAPD motor unit is pulling over distracted drivers who have their hands on a...
Watch how good this lieutenant is. He is like Rain Man with it. This lieutenant, next coming up, is off the chain. Thank you so much, Liberty. Let's keep on going.
cell phone instead of the wheel. Their sergeant is Ryan Klepper.
There's a red light right there.
What did you just see?
There's a red light. You did stop at the red light.
His eagle eyes can spot traffic violations in rapid succession.
So you're always looking for something. You're always on the hunt for these violations that cause injuries.
So far this year, there's been 750 traffic crashes in LA that caused a serious injury or a death. That's up 5% over last year. And collisions with e-scooters and e-bikes are becoming a particular concern for the LAPD. Just in Los Angeles, there's already been 54 crashes involving a car and an e-bike so far this year. Police warn pedestrians to pay attention too as e-bikes illegally ride on sidewalks.
Now do me a favor, you guys, because I want y'all to save your teeth. Because that's the first thing that happens. You start messing up your jibs. As soon as you get in the crash, you wind up all of a sudden it's the handlebars against the teeth or it's the helmet against the teeth. You guys got to be careful. I don't want anybody walking around like this. Got to go to the dentist and get all their fronts done again, and then you got to all these gashes and stuff. It seems like that's the most of the times where you have the problems at. It's in the front, your face, the hands, scraping up the hands, falling back on the knuckles and stuff like that. You see your knees and things like that. I'm talking about you being a victim. I'm not talking about the person on the scooter. He get hurt too, but I'm talking about because they come out of nowhere and you might not see them. And be careful when you're walking in those bike lanes. If you have to walk through, make sure you're looking. I know this is very like childlike. Make sure you're looking both ways and constantly like this. I don't even stop looking both ways. It's crazy out there. And you know who's really bad? Before the e-bikes, before these new scooters, the delivery guys on the mountain bikes, those go fast. The delivery guys, like the Chinese delivery bikes, they be having like 6 bags of groceries on both handlebars and they be flying. Those guys go real fast. Be careful out there, you guys. Let's be careful. Let's go.
There's been an instance where we had an e-scooter hit a pedestrian on a sidewalk and kill them.
When it comes to younger folks that are riding these e-scooters, most of them don't have a driver's license. Many of them aren't slowing down for stop signs. They're going through red lights.
So now these officers are targeting intersections with the highest number of crashes and collisions, like Figueroa and 7th Street in downtown LA. There's been 11 crashes here so far this year. There's been 6 at Highland Avenue and Patmore Way, right by the Hollywood Bowl, and 5 collisions each at Century Boulevard and Main Street in South LA, and in the Valley at Sherman Way at the freeway entrance.
And this is just in one state that I'm showing you guys in one area, because so you can imagine what's going on around the world now. You guys better get that insurance up, I tell you that. If you have children out here that's riding these e-bikes, and if you guys are riding them yourselves, make sure that, I don't care if they call you a nerd, whatever they're trying to say, put on the helmet, because that's what I wear when I ride my motorcycle. I put on the helmet. I don't care what nobody say. I put on extra guards and extra pads, knee pads and everything. Yeah, because you out there going against the cars and the elements. Yeah, they don't think of traffic laws apply to them. There's serious collisions in Raleigh, Durham, and other parts of North Carolina for the last 3 weeks. There you go. Just keep on assholes, and no matter what they drop. You're right about that, the real McGoy. I like that. Dropped it. That's a bomb right there. Mic drop. Get some insurance. There you go. You're not wrong. you're not wrong because a lot of times your regular insurance, your premium is going to go up constantly if you got that. If you keep on using it for something like that, and you also have to understand you are like now you're the vehicle. I used to be scared to ride a motorcycle because you're going against cars and trucks and stuff like that. It's even worse on the e-bike, and they just do a whole bunch of stuff like they invincible. Let's keep on going. We got to get on over to Valley Center where we got a woman, Nadine Jett. The cause of losing her life was ruled a homicide by Fetty Wap. That's Fetty Wap, and says that D-Rug was administered by someone else. We got a situation over here where it was administered by someone else. You know what that means over here. Let's go. Let's see what's going on with this.
Major development in a case we've been following out of Valley Center. It comes almost 1 year after investigators found a woman's remains on her 20-acre property.
So the county medical examiner now says 65-year-old Nadine Jett's cause of death was homicide by acute fentanyl toxicity. NBC7's Janek Quesada has the new details from the investigation.
This new finding marks a critical shift in the case because it gives detectives forensic evidence that proves someone illegally or intentionally administered the lethal drug to Nadine Jett. This is the death certificate NBC7 San Diego obtained from the Valley Center roadrunner who first broke the story. It ruled 65-year-old Nadine Jett's cause of death a homicide, a result of acute fentanyl toxicity, and states that the drug was administered by another person. We spoke with one of Nadine's 4 foster daughters last year when investigators dug her remains out of her 20-acre property.
It's too sad, it's sad. She was buried. We didn't get to say goodbye to her.
We reached out to the quadruplets again following the release of Nadine's cause of death. They said in a statement, "Our gravest fears have been realized in learning this news. Nadine was a wonderful mother to us, and the fact that her life was cut short in the cruelest fashion is devastating to read. We are placing our trust in authorities to hold those responsible accountable with the fullest extent of the law." Last year, when we spoke with her daughters, one of them said they would continue seeking justice for Nadine.
All our lives, Nadine just pushed and fought for us. So here we are, we're pushing and fighting for her.
One of Nadine's neighbors, who asked to remain anonymous, shared the sentiment, claiming to want justice for Nadine and to see whoever was responsible to be held accountable.
That's a beautiful person to adopt 4 children and raise them, and they're saying nothing but good stuff about her. That's why Nadine made our bottom line today, because we don't play around with people like that. Jordan, thank you so much for all the love that you're showing today in your super chats. We appreciate you, my brother. Trust me, we really do. Because right now, woo, are they stinging us? They got us looking like a crackhead when it comes down to the dough. And it ain't even our fault, but it's okay, because we got 24 more days. That's right. What's that? 3 weeks, 4 weeks left? We'll be all right. We'll be all right. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. But again, I definitely want to show love to Jordan. Appreciate you for that. And we definitely want to show love to anyone like this. Nadine was a beautiful person. Not only not fostering animals, but fostering children, 4 children, and they have nothing but great things to say about her. This does not seem like it have anything to do with her being on D-Rugs. This lady got property, got herself well taken care of and well manicured as well. Hopefully we can find out what happened to her and get down to the bottom of this situation here, because good people like this do not deserve to have a fate that she had. And that's why she made our bottom line today. You guys, you're probably wondering. Shout out to Nadine and taking care of children, because that's what we really should be out here doing. And she's a perfect example of someone who did that. Amen. Let's find the person that did this to her.
San Diego County Sheriff's Office told NBC7 the investigation into the death of Nadine Jett is still ongoing. They said detectives continue to pursue all leads and are working diligently to uncover the circumstances surrounding her death.
Man, you got family members out here that won't even take 1 kid. She took 4. You see what I'm saying? You got family members that won't take 1 kid. She took 4. Thank you so much, Teddy. Appreciate you for the gift of the memberships. There you go. Somebody grabbed that. I see somebody received the gift membership. Who's that? El Jadador 212. Somebody just got a glove. Thank Teddy for that one, because you just got laced up. And thank you, Jordan, so much for showing love. I appreciate you so much. Helps out with the premium. Helps out with the family. Anytime we need something in the kitty, we got it there for you guys. That's how we do it. And we also look out for fosters as well. You guys see what we're donating to this month. It's the horse foster home. I want you guys to go check it out on the Discord. We found a horse sanctuary that we feel that deserves to get the donations for this month. So every month we try to look out and we try to help out as much as possible here. And I still got to call myself out on one more thing. Got to get on over there and walk those dogs and see if I can find some help out on the volunteering at the ASPCA in out here in New York. Let's get on over to Philadelphia now. We got a bouncer. You guys, come on now, get off the picture. I know she looks pretty, attractive. I got you. But let's get on over to the real situation that's going on over here. Thank you so much, Adam Trebet, for sending the gift memberships as well. We got a situation over here where a bouncer, Kenneth Fry, who punched a man, lost his life at a nightclub, who's been convicted of manslaughter. You guys, you getting paid $100. I used to tell these security guards this, bro, it's not that serious. You want to act like you the man, act all crazy on the line or whatever like that, bro. First of all, we know what time you get off. So you need to calm it down. We may not be able to get in this club, but we may get mad and want to come back. That's what I try to tell these big old bouncers. You're only getting paid $100 anyway. $25 an hour, right? Let's do the math. You ready? Let's go. What time the club open? 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2, 4 hours. That club is closed in most places. You got $25 an hour. You mean to tell me you out there acting like Rambro for $25 an hour? It's not that serious. Let's keep on moving forward over here because look, somebody else got themselves in trouble for doing the wrong kind of 86. Yeah, I always tell them that, Yolanda. They be acting up and they getting $25 an hour. Get out of here. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. What y'all got over here? Simp for hire over here. Okay, let's keep on going. I see what y'all looking at. I see what y'all looking at. But let's get to the serious news.
A former bouncer has been convicted of manslaughter after punching a man who later died of his injuries. You may remember this story from April of 2022. Eric Pope was escorted out of the Center City sports bar due to his intoxication levels. Kenneth Fry, who worked as a bouncer at the lounge, approached Pope and punched him in the face, knocking him unconscious. Pope then fell backwards and hit his head on the ground. He was taken to the hospital but died days later. Fry was contracted through a private security company. He was initially charged with third-degree murder, and after years of trying to have the charge dismissed, Fry was convicted of manslaughter but acquitted of murder. He will be sentenced at the end of July.
For what? For what? Those are nothing major, nothing crazy going on, but you want to be punching people in their face and all that. And you see how small that guy was? I mean, come on. And I got to just be honest with you guys. You guys did see it was a bar. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a bar. So he probably was out there flaming and flaring or whatever like that, but that still don't give you no regard to punch nobody like that and make them lose their life. So, hey, you know what? You got what you deserve for $25 an hour. Even if you got 30, you still ain't really make that much. Come on, man. It's not even worth it. Serious. Yeah, a bully at a gay bar. You saw that. You saw that right there, right? You saw that. That's what it probably was. Yeah, and then you see that right there with Jordan Dowdy said, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, you want to act crazy? Yeah, and you got to stand here and wait for me. What you going to do? You going to tell somebody to change positions with you? They ain't doing that. You done made it hot. Yeah, oh, you want to act crazy? Okay, no problem. Yeah, what happened now? Oh, well, yeah, now you want to Abadoo Baba Bieber. Oh, big behind doing this now. Abadoo Baba Bieber. What you mean? No, brother, you was hot and heavy before. Abadoo Baba Bieber, but I'm just doing my job. You know what I'm saying? They pay me to do that, sir. I'm not just Babba. That's why I always say Abadoo Baba Bieber. Yeah, now you're looking like a fool. Keep on moving forward. I want to pray for the man that lost his life from this nonsense. It don't have nothing to do with the fact that he had the broken wrist down with the BWC. He could be down with the BWC all he want to. Don't deserve to lose his life over nothing like that. So we're gonna pray for this gentleman that lost his life. Nobody deserves to lose their life like that. I called that out on purpose. I called that out on purpose because you can see, seems like a little bit of bullying going on there too. You're already getting paid $25 an hour. You should just go ahead and take that and be happy. God bless your soul, sir. Hope your family can get through this tragedy. Amen. We don't mess with people that don't mess with us. That's your preference over there. You keep that over there. Ain't got nothing doing with us. Leave that man alone. Don't be trying to hate on people like that. I worked in the fashion industry for over 15, 20 years. You know how many times I've seen somebody flame on? Long as they ain't flaming on over me, I have no problem with it. I seen somebody with a doobie in what was that, like 2008 or 2009? I'm going to call it out right now. Lou Ellen. I don't care. Call me what you want. Lou Ellen Jenkins from Baltimore. That's right. He was the fashion director, fashion stylist for BET. First man I ever seen put on a doobie and wore it in front of people, walking all like this and everything. I'm over there like, this fool is at the job doing this with some heels on and everything. Yeah, Llewellyn, they doing it now, so I guess you can't do nothing about it no more. It's the norm now, but he was doing it when nobody did it. I didn't call him out for it. Didn't disrespect him at all. At all. Your preference, do what you want to do. Long as you don't mess with me, no problem. But I'm going to call it like I see it. If you're down with the BWC, yeah, I'm calling it. That's it. No disrespect. And I don't mess with people. Let you have your own preference. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. What we got going on over here? Not my norm at all. Nope, not mine at all. That's their norm, but that's what they want to do. Exactly. And you know that alcohol or could be in the system. Could have been, could have been. You're right about that. They're honestly some of the nicest people. I don't know about that, Angel. See, that's the problem. Y'all let them in. And y'all mad now. See, don't make me start going into this topic a little more. But y'all let them in. You never seen us hanging out with no BWCs. That's not the norm for the men. They came in because of the women. Oh, my such and such friend, this friend. Then when they want to slice the sausage and do the tuck and roll and act like you, look at this one over here. Yeah, now y'all get mad when they start calling you a fish. But y'all's the ones that broke them in. Wasn't us. You don't see us hanging out with them in the locker room or no football games or nothing like that because we don't click. They click with y'all. They infiltrated through the women. Oh, my such and such friend, and we come over from work or whatever like that, and he on the couch or whatever like that, and you're like, oh my God, when is Wilson leaving? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all let them in. Let's keep on going. What's the BWC? It's the broken wristed click. That's the click that you can't make straight, even if you put a board up under there with some duct tape. It's called the BWC, the broken wristed click. I made it up myself and I planned it. It's original word we made here ourselves, our bottom line. But that doesn't mean that we don't respect everybody. You want to do what you want to do, as long as you keep it over there. I don't care if you eat rocks. Straight up and down. You could be, I don't care. As long as you're eating them over there and ain't trying to give me none. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's get on over to Florida. We got a missing 15-year-old that was found, and the family is calling to let you know. See how we go from a bad story to a good story, how I try to do it over here nowadays. Let's see what's going on with this 15-year-old. I said, you know what, Lord, we're not going to only pray about the bad stuff. We're going to pray and thank you for the good stuff as well.
A local family made a public plea for help today after their daughter went missing. We're learning more now about 15-year-old Reagan Willowstone Lee, who you can see on your screen here. And we just got an update in the last few minutes. Action News Jack's Casey Stone is live on the north side where we just got that update. Casey, what do we know right now?
Yeah, but I happen to know somebody that's a flame on named Wilson. You don't say it in a strong way like Wilson. He says, Wilson. That's his name. Wilson, not Wilson. It's Wilson.
So, like you said, Bliss, just minutes ago, a family friend called me letting us know that Reagan was found safe. On your screen are some photos of 15-year-old Reagan Willowstone Lee, who went missing on Friday. Around 4 p.m., we listened to a very emotional plea from Reagan's mother, urging anyone with information to come forward. And again, a family friend just called me, letting me know that Reagan is now with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office and is in the process of reuniting her with her family. We're, of course, still working to learn more details about where she was found and the circumstances surrounding her disappearance. As soon as we have that information and those details, they will become available to you both online and on air.
Now, Reagan, I don't know what you're up to, whether it's a boy or whether it's a bad situation, whether it's an argument or whatever like that, but this is a very serious point right here, especially when it comes down to being a 15-year-old. Very vital point of their lives. When they don't want to listen to anybody, they think they know everything. How do I know that? Because I did. I thought I knew everything when I was 16, 17, 18, and 19. I was looking at my mother like, are you serious? You don't even really do this. You don't do that. I'm always outside. I'm always with my friends. I'm always moving around, which made me think I knew everything. Not even realize that she done been there, done that, knew a whole bunch of other stuff that I should have kept listening to. That's how they are. You guys got to be really careful. And you want to try to develop a relationship while the children are young. And then you want to stay open as possible so that they can share information with you. What I've learned in these times, because we are Generation X, you know, we used to get the whoosh, whoosh, sorry, mama, my shoe. I understand we can't do that no more. And a lot of us are because we can't. That's the discipline that we used to. I get it. You got to find other ways to discipline, other ways to understand, and to find ways that we can actually communicate. A lot of times, it's energy that needs to be harnessed and put the right direction. To tell you the truth, when I was young, I had a choice of doing bad things because I never knew the other choices until I found. I really glad they made the Children's Aid Society. I'm serious. Programs like that kept me out of the street after school. They helped me with my homework when I was stuck. Really? Had theater classes and things like that. Things that I wanted to do. Basketball is a really good thing for young men because it's a really good medium. It's kind of like still fly and it's still something cool. You can make a lot of money doing it. So if you have like a school that's open at night so that kids can actually go play for a certain amount of time, and you might have some teachers in there that can help them with their homework, and we have like a theater, stuff like that is what you really need to be doing with the kids, because after they leave school, a lot of them, they just go right home, get on the iPad, play PlayStation or something like that. And that's what they've been conditioned to. It's a different time now. That's the reason why. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys about that and talk about it and the times that we actually come from, myself and a lot of people here, because we have to try to understand that there's different times going on now, and there's different laws between what we had before and between what's going on now. We don't ride our bikes all day and stuff like that and drink from the hose and all of that. Parents like, you come on in this house one more time, you're staying in. We used to never want to stay in the house. We used to always want to be outside till the street lights came on. It's not like that anymore. So we have to find ways to communicate. If we can do that, that's half the battle. That's all I want to say. Let's keep on moving over to Detroit. We got teen takeovers happening now because, again, nowadays they have different ways of communicating. I mean, this is a good social communication because they're all getting together. The problem with the teen takeovers is all you need is one that has a problem with that one. And then this comes out and boom, boom, boom. And they're not never aiming at the right person and never even supposed to even have these things. But this is what happens 9 times out of 10. Used to happen to me. Used to go to a party. Oh, I don't even want to go over there. Lord knows who I'm gonna find. Go through the radar. Boop. There go one person I got beef with, and here you go. And here I go. I got to answer back. So it happens like that, y'all. Don't think it's changed. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. So a lot of times you need to get them out of those neighborhoods and get them alternative things to do. That's all I'm trying to say. Let's keep on going forward into these teen takeover situations that they got going on over here.
But first, teen takeover trouble reaching into Dearborn Heights. Welcome to 7 News Detroit at 11. I'm Whitney Burney. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. The Spirit Festival wrapped up without incident hours ago after ending in chaos Saturday night. Thousands get together every year for 4 days of music, carnival rides, and more. A fireworks show was scheduled for Saturday night, but instead of smiles and lifetime memories, there were multiple arrests, multiple people detained, and an early end to one of the oldest traditions in the city. 7 News Detroit reporter Tierra Braddock was at the final day of the festival, hearing from people who saw the chaos firsthand and fed up residents.
No, it didn't end, you guys. Not only that, but this is like a festival that they already have, and the people that's used to going there, they pissed off. They tired of it already. Like, yo, we can't have nothing. I would feel the same way.
Who say they've had enough. Sunday was the last day for families to come out and enjoy the Spirit Festival. Many community members were upset that Saturday night's fun got cut short because of large groups of rowdy teens.
It was just kind of chaotic. I was tripping, like, what's wrong with everybody? This should be out here enjoying themselves.
Early Doris was at the
Everybody's saying the same thing. Look at off the top saying, not Dearborn, for real. Yeah, it's supposed to be a nice place to go. This is like a Come on.
Spirit Festival in Dearborn Heights on Saturday. He and his family were there as large groups of teens flooded the area.
We want to hear 30 minutes.
I like that right there. Your son walks to a fishing hole with the fishes. I like that. Got somewhere to go. I like that. That's a good idea.
Forrest was at the Spirit Festival in Dearborn Heights on Saturday. He and his family were there as large groups of teens flooded the area.
We got little kids out there. Everybody having fun. It's a family event.
30 minutes to an hour. A bunch of teenagers just running and causing chaos, making people run, thinking there's something going on.
So they start running and making everybody else start running. You look at trample people, all types of disarray. People not comfortable when stuff like that happen, and all for no reason. That's stupid right there. Somebody start running and everybody else start doing it. Like, it just don't make no sense.
Teenagers just running and causing chaos, making people run, thinking there's something going on. These things going on.
Dearborn Heights police tell us multiple arrests were made and police shut down the festival a few hours early before things could escalate. Dearborn Heights police chief said, quote, "My officers were on top of this from the first moment.
Off the top says, yeah, Dearborn is not where you want to act the fool, bro.
We will continue to respond to the same speed and force every time."
My son here, I'm getting one ride before the police shut everything down.
Mark Finley
came back out to the festival on Sunday to make up for the time lost on Saturday.
A good 30 minutes. I had my little food. I'm trying to sit down and eat. And it got on my head all morning like, Dad, I want to go finish. I said, come on, take my head right now.
I also caught up with some other festival goers who were disappointed the festival ended early on Saturday.
You could say kids are being kids, but I feel it's more no common sense no more. There's no need for that. You know, people are coming here to have fun, whether you got kids, whether you're grown-ups, family, single, coming out with friends.
Meanwhile, Early Doors says he really feels bad for the younger kids who were at the festival on Saturday.
We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old kids about to get trampled over because y'all running through here like maniacs. You know what I'm saying? They're laughing down the street. Life is a big game. And it's not a game because life is too serious for this.
And police had this message for parents. You need to know where your teens are at all times. At Dearborn Heights, Tierra Braddock, 7 News to show.
From what I hear, those teens it's too late for them. And it is what it is, you guys. You got from what you see, from what you hear from that, so they just crazy now. They just out of their mind and doing whatever they want to do. And there's no limit to the stuff that they got going on. They do that to State Fair in Raleigh, New York. Look at that. Yes, you do. Saline County had something like that in '85. The KKK came in Raleigh. Okay, teen takeovers were banned in Detroit, so they went to Dearborn. That's plain stupid. You seen that? Life is precious for all. That's because the festivals are also too expensive. You think so? Okay, it's 8 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Remember that? It's 7 p.m. Do you know where your children are? Maybe I need to start doing that on YouTube. Just double tap that screen and get those likes up because we're going to get from a bad story to a good story. How we've been doing it all day if you guys don't notice. And luckily, we haven't had that much loss alive today. But this story, we got a good one right here. I love to hear someone that's using their mind, and that just shows how good the parents are. I got to be honest with you guys. What do you think about the parents? Let's just call it out. You think about the parents that are letting their children run through those events, run through places where 2-year-olds and 4-year-olds are just hanging out. What do you think about their upbringing and what they instilled in them? Now, let's look at what the upbringing and happens when you take care of a 7-year-old. And I'm talking about a 7-year-old that's already got picked up for, what is that called? The Mensa? Yeah, another one, you guys. Another good story about a good child. May have gotten that wrong, but we'll get it right in the story.
All right, I hope everyone's ready to be humbled. An elementary student from Seminole County celebrated the last day of school in a big way. This is 7-year-old Anaya Brown. She's one of the smartest kids in America.
Well, Shoes Christina Watkins talked with her and her family about getting accepted into the world's biggest high IQ society.
This is people that are paying attention to their children, that are giving us a product to call for the, what do they always say to us, you guys? The babies need a network, not a network. What they always say? What's that word that they always use for us? Come on now, the one that they always try to say. We need a what? What do they always say when they try to throw it at us when they're not taking care of their kids? Well, we need a what is it? A community? We need give me the word. I'm waiting for you guys. I'm waiting for you. I know you got it for me. What's the word that they always try to say to us? What's the word? When they say, well, we need a village. A village. That's the word they always use. Thank you so much, Royal. Casey. Thank you so much for helping me out. Thank you. I appreciate that. Where we go? We got Duddy said it too. Money Tree said it. Thank you so much. They always say we need a village. How are you going to give a village? How are you going to send out that to a village, what we just saw inside of that chaos that was going on? This is what we need for the village. We need more children like this that can help the village and that we can work with.
Ever since Anaya Brown was just a little baby, her parents said they knew she carried a very special light. Now, at 7 years young, she's a shining star, excelling in and out of the classroom beyond her parents' wildest dreams.
This little person, you have like dreams and like thoughts for who they're going to be, and like to see them turn out so good. It was really just this huge blessing.
The Seminole County student from Wilson Elementary School in Sanford was recently accepted into Mensa, placing her into the world's largest high IQ society. In other words, she's pretty brilliant.
They told me I was gonna do it. I was kind of scared. I was like, what if we don't do good? And I ended up doing amazing.
We got the results, and at first we were like, is this a good thing or like what's going on? And then come to find out she had scored very highly on the test, testing higher than 99.9% of students in the country at her age group.
Mensa is only open to those who score in the top 2% of a standardized intelligence test. Once accepted, it offers resources, networking, and free educational tools for gifted learners. Anaya's first grade teacher is so proud.
She's got two great parents that are going to help guide her, lots of support, lots of people that love her. So I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of her life, and I wish her the best.
And Anaya wanted to share this positive message to encourage other young students.
Regardless, you can do this.
Covering Seminole County in Sanford, Christina Watkins, West 2 News.
That means they're going to be helping her with scholarships. They're going to be helping her with funding. They're going to be helping her out with what she's got going on. You see that? That's why you help them at home. You raise them, and then you give them to the village to help you out with. You see how that go? Maybe more people need to see videos like that to understand the process. You can't just be all hook and joke out here, not training your kids, not showing them how to respect elders, not showing them how to respect law enforcement and things like that, going against the grain, robbing people and stuff like that, and expecting people in the village to want that as a product. They're not gonna want it, and you can't blame them for it. But guess what? Shout out to Anaya, 7-year-old who's doing her thing. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, you guys. And let me ask you a question. How disciplined are you to do what Anaya did? She's 7 years old. So can you imagine what we can do still in our ages where we're aware of things? I'm talking about us now. We're going to go to the grown people. We have no excuses. While we always talking about, oh, you know what? I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I'm going back to sleep. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I would not be able to do our bottom line if I had that attitude. I would not, because I literally only sleep about 4 hours a day. Straight up and down. I do this, I pool, then I go to sleep at 11. I wake up at 2 now, and I pool constantly until I hit that button at 5:40, at 5:50, 58 every day now. And the reason I wait for the 2 minutes is just in case YouTube's acting up and we got 2 minutes to get right. You got to really care about stuff that you're doing. You can't half-ass stuff. I'm going all the way in right now because it is what it is. I've got absolutely nothing from waiting around. I'm going to tell you guys another thing. I lost all my plants. All of them are gone. You know how I figured that out? Put them in another room, filtered water, thought it was good. Didn't even realize that the water that was coming in through the pipes was so rusty, it was killing my plants. I lost my babies. Sad to hear about it, you guys, but you know what? I got to keep on fighting through because where I'm weak in one area, I'll pick up my strength in another. And there's nothing that I can do about that. Why? Because I found out that the water that I'm using is bad overall. Tried to take a shower the other day. I'm like, why isn't the water coming out? I said, let me check this filter. Brand new filter. Took it out. It's black. that's telling me that there's something coming in from the water and there's something that it can't be taken care of by a filter. So it's harming and it damaged my plants and I lost my babies. It's okay. We'll try again another time. Life goes on. I'll be better in another place now, you know? Now that I know that the building is like that, hard water in New York, and we really have to take care of what we're putting in our bodies, because if it can do that to plants, Boogotti, that's what I said to myself. If it can do that to plants that fast, what is it doing to your body over time? That's why I'm so serious about this pipe water, about municipal water, and about drinking hot water out of your boiler. Do not do it. It is treated, and it's even treated with things so that the walls in the boiler do not get rusted. We're not supposed to be putting that stuff in our bodies. So yes, we're gonna just keep on moving forward and be good in the stuff that we are. When we get up out of here, we'll do all of that stuff somewhere else. Still can help out, still got the planters and everything like that. But unless I'm trying to use Poland Spring, this is not the place to do it. Building is not even in the angle of the sun. It's supposed to be a south aiming window. I live on an avenue. There is no south aiming window. So that means all the sun just comes straight up. Nothing hits on the side of the building. So that's another thing that hurts when it comes down to trying to utilize the sun. I got to use LED lights for everything. So it was a real uphill battle. I lost it. It happens. We'll fight again. But now we got to deal with things that we can fight, that we can change and can deal with. I can't do nothing with the elements of the water that's coming in, but protect myself from not drinking it and using it and knowing what's going on with it. But I can prepare my mind and my body for more discipline for other things that I can control. Today, we're going to get into 7 samurai habits to overcome laziness. I'm calling every single person out on laziness, myself too. Yo, Bugatti, you can wait till later to do the pooling. Yo, you can go take a break outside and then come back and watch all the videos. And then the samurai says, why wait? Do it now, because today in this moment is the only time that actually matters. Whoa. So I started working like the samurai yesterday. Started doing it exactly that way. I finished everything. And then I had the rest of the day to do whatever I wanted to. Kind of like the samurai way when it comes down to things. Sometimes you got to be an a-hole to yourself. We're going to get into it, you guys. We're going to talk about some laziness. And if you're not lazy, thumbs up. If you disciplined and never made a mistake and never lazy, never always do your workouts, always do everything on time, thumbs up to you. But the people that's human beings, come on, this is for us. Because those other never made a mistake, lazy people, they don't need this conversation. We're going to talk about the 7 samurai habits to overcome laziness. We're talking about many different things we're going to go into because stagnation is more terrifying than death. That's why samurais live by a certain way. They live for the day, not for tomorrow. That's why they put everything on the line for now. I respect the samurai. It actually makes everything be taken care of around you. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow to pick that piece of thing up off the floor. I'm gonna get to that later. Nah, do it now. Be an a-hole for yourself and for your own progress. If you feel yourself as being a little bit lazy, let's go for it. I'm lazy in certain things too, but why are we lazy? And I want you to see how much you lose being lazy. Said to myself the other day, I don't know, and I want to make this announcement that we got coming up so bad, but I can't because I gotta wait till the ink is dry. But not being lazy is the reason why I have every single thing. The reason why I know you all, the reason why I wear all of the suits every single day, the reason why I have our bottom line is because I'm not lazy. Because if I didn't get up every day and do this every single day, yeah, it proves it. Determined and disciplined. I want to stay that way, but I want to even get better at it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. So anything that I can find, whether it's physical or mental or anything that's going to get us to another level, yeah, I'm going to definitely always share that information with you guys. So now let's go over here first. Let's go over here. This is what we're going to do. The 7 samurai habits to overcome laziness. And I just call it calling yourself out. I call myself out straight up and down in front of you guys. It's like, oh, so how you gonna call me out when I'm already calling myself out? That's another thing to do too. Also, lying is a really bad quality. Really bad. I look at it like if you got to lie, you can't fight. They must be going to beat you up and you're scared. So I kind of got a little bit of different way of looking at it. So me, I don't believe in lying. I just don't. I don't like to lie. You got to make another lie to support that one, and you got to make another one to support that. Are you a man or a mouse? Say what it really is and put it out there. That's how I look at it. Let's go, you guys. We got 7 samurai habits to overcome laziness. And this is coming from the Stoic Philosophy Insights. I'm already subscribed here. Again, the Stoic, STOIC. We're going to go philosophy and insights. You guys can take this information and do whatever you want with it, but it actually really works for some people. And it worked for me too. Trust me, it works for me. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go. And we need audio.
When was the last time you did exactly?
We need audio. Let's go. Let's get it. Welcome to the Our Bottom Line Health and Wellness section. I almost forgot. Come on, y'all. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let me ask you something. When was the last time you did exactly what you knew you had to do without making excuses, without giving in to comfort, without reaching for your phone like a junkie itching for a hit? You want to be better. You want to be disciplined, powerful, unshakable. But most days you feel like you're dragging a corpse, the corpse of your potential. Laziness is not the absence of action. It's the slow suicide of a man at war with himself. This video is for those who want to kill the weak version of themselves, to bury it, to rise like a ghost in armor. The samurai weren't born gods of discipline. They forged themselves through fire, sweat, and blood. And today, we're resurrecting 7 brutal samurai habits that will destroy your laziness and rebuild you into something sharper, colder, and far more dangerous.
This definitely pertains to women as well as men, so don't even try to categorize this, ladies. Please pay attention to what he's saying, and you'll get what we mean about this. We basically got to call ourselves out. We got to be accountable. There's nothing that we're going to be able to get now that we're not working for. They're not giving us jack out there. Whether it's our health, our mental, we got to be the ones to do it. Samurais weren't perfect. They just trained for it. Even when they had to fight in the rain, it's not that they were good. They trained to fight in bad conditions. Same way we got to do. If we can make it here, we'll make it. You get it? That's why it's so easy. It's a little easier for a New Yorker to go to somewhere else and make it because it's terribly hard here. We've gone through the terrain.
Let's begin. 1. Always striving to improve, kaizen or death. The samurai trained until their bodies collapsed, not because they enjoyed pain, but because stagnation was more terrifying than death. They lived by a simple code. Every single day you sharpen the blade, or it rusts. Laziness.
Every single day you sharpen the blade or it rusts. It reminds me of the Olympic gymnasts and all of those people that be out there doing the Olympics. They be jumping and training and all of that before they go do the meet. It's like you get all of the bugs out before you go do the actual game. You see a lot of like basketball players before the game they warm up, right? Take a couple of shots, get those bad shots out. What's going to happen if you never perform and you step up to the free throw line? You think you're going to get that shot in? Even if you, that's what I'm trying to say. You got to practice that shot a couple of times in order to make sure you're going to get it in. Steph Curry wasn't a master at 3-point shots. He had to practice and he never stopped. Samurais don't stop. We should never stop either.
Because they enjoyed pain, but because stagnation was more terrifying than death. They lived by a simple code. Every single day you sharpen the blade, or it rusts. Laziness thrives in stillness. The moment you stop moving forward, the rot begins. But self-improvement isn't always dramatic. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight. You just have to move. A push-up, a book, a cold shower. One small act that tells your mind, I am not dead. I am still becoming. Start each day with the mindset of a warrior sharpening his sword. Before the sun rises, ask yourself, what's one small way I can improve today? Then do it, relentlessly, even if it's ugly, especially if it's ugly.
I like this because it corresponds with everything we learned about from the stretching yesterday. You notice that same sort of core determination that's held in. Whether it was the Body Works lady from yesterday that was no doubt squatting, and everything that she was talking about had to do with determination and actually insight and everything that you put into yourself. If you really pay attention to it, they're telling us the same values. It's just coming from a different area. Pay attention to the really thing that they're trying to tell you. Discipline. Actually, discipline is not really hard to define. It has the same definition every time. Same definition every time. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Improvement isn't glamorous. Sometimes it's dragging yourself out of bed when your mind screams sleep. Sometimes it's turning down the easy option just to remind yourself you still run the show. And over time, these small acts build something terrifying. Momentum.
Yeah. For instance, I got a certain part of the house that I go to at 3 o'clock in the morning. I walk down the hall to take the chain off the door to cut the light on down there. I have a mantle down there. Once I get past, if I'm on my way back, I'm like, damn, I'm at the mantle. That mantle is automatic for me to do my push-ups. I got to do those push-ups before I can walk through the rest of the house. I knock them all out, 240 on the shorties, knock them all out. Then I'm like, whew. Then I get up out of there. Sometimes you can have a key element or a certain point or focal point in your house or a certain area that makes you have to do something that helps you. You're not even going, sometimes you're going to try to dodge that area, but you're not going to be able to dodge that area all the time. Let's keep on going. Set traps for yourself. That's what I'm saying. Set traps for yourself like that. Like, damn it, I'm over in this area. I got to do 3 push-ups. Little stuff like that is what I'm saying. Seems like a lot. I mean, it seems like a little, but after a while, it's nothing. You get used to it. And then you start getting that floor work in.
Once you have that, laziness won't stand a chance. 2. Tactical groundwork. Armor up before battle. The samurai didn't ride into battle with hope in their hearts. They studied terrain. They anticipated weather. They watched their enemies for weeks. They won wars before a single sword was drawn.
They won wars before a single sword was drawn. That is Sun Tzu. That is the art of war. That is me not running up there to do something like the cow said. That's the older uncle. That's the uncle like, you know what? Because the young cow said, you know what? No, the young bull said, Unc, I'm going to go down there and run up on one of those bulls and have me some good time with him. He said, nephew, calm down, Neff. Why don't you walk down and screw them all? That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes if you use your head, you do better. Learn patience and start. You got to pay attention to the terrain. Oh, it rains over there. I see them guys always having that problem with that over there. Okay, cool. When it snows, that's what they deal with. Their crops get low. They don't really have too much food. That's a good time to strike. That's what they mean about watching the land of your enemy. Don't just strike. Watch what's going on. Let's go.
Lazy men wake up and let the day attack them. Samurai plan ambushes. Every evening you lay down the ground.
Gotta bring that one back. Gotta bring that one back. Please understand, because he said men, it don't have nothing to do with it. The men and women. This next line.
Lazy men wake up and let the day attack them.
Lazy men wake up and let the day attack them. Samurais plan ambushes.
Samurai plan ambushes. Every evening you lay down the groundwork for war. Before bed, write down your 3 missions for tomorrow. Make them non-negotiable, clear, tactical, specific. Don't trust your morning brain. It's weak and sluggish. Set traps for your laziness in advance. Make it easier to win than to lose.
That's dope. Set traps for yourself, and you making it easier for yourself to win than to lose. You tricking yourself into winning. I like that idea right there. You know what I'm saying? You got your idea every night. And we talked about this the other day when we were watching those videos. Another video that had to do with the mental. They said every night, think about what you did that day that was good. What actually, we saw that video. It was the sketch video where they were like, think about everything that you did that was good before you went to bed. But there's nothing wrong with writing a couple of notes down. You know what I'm gonna do tomorrow to make sure? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna make sure we get this done. And even if you don't get them all done, start dealing with them and start knocking things off of the list. If it's things that are gonna improve you, your family, whatever like that, stop waiting for things to happen, basically. Do it yourself. Get down on the floor today. Start working on the groundwork and stuff like that to benefit yourself. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go.
Remember what Sun Tzu said. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win.
Gotta do this. Gotta do that one more time. Gotta bring that back. This fool went to war and then he was hoping to win. Meanwhile, y'all got to understand these words over here. If y'all feeling this, let's go. One more time.
Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win.
Victorious warriors go to war that way. Victorious ones.
You're either setting the tempo or you're dancing to someone else's. Prepare like a general, plan like an assassin. Your energy is finite. Stop wasting it on indecision. 3. Learn like a novice. Kill the know-it-all.
Learn like a novice. Kill the know-it-all. That means that every time you approach a situation, even if you know a lot about it, act like you don't, because it's always something that you can learn. And if you don't know about it, stop walking up to people like, oh, I know how to do that. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. How about really learn and respectfully respect the people that teach you? Thank them for teaching you. Really go through the processes of learning so you can actually understand what it is. And you're never better than somebody else when you're learning or when you're teaching or when you're learning, because there's always something else to learn. Samurais think that way, believe it or not. That keeps you humble. And they have more than one job. They're not just samurais. They have other things that they do too. Some of them are like they're what do they call those guys? They're writers. Some of the other ones are like different architects. Some of them might even be florists, but it just depends on what they do. Let's keep on, and they're all regular people, by the way. That's what I'm really trying to say. Let's keep on going.
Samurai weren't just swordsmen. They were poets, calligraphers, philosophers. They loved learning, but not like arrogant scholars. They approached every subject like it could kill them if misunderstood. Laziness often disguises itself as arrogance. I already know this. This won't help me. That mindset is a death sentence.
I already know how to do this. This won't help me. Where's this math going to take me? What is this going to do? You said it many times before, right? Wow, check this out. But that's why you need to keep yourself open like a sponge. This way you learn more. Their code was Bushido. It was definitely sacred. Knowledge is power. Keep your mind open to learning. Don't look down on people that know less than you. Trust me. Because the more you exercise your brain, you don't wake up a genius. You got to keep exercising your brain too. Smart people don't know everything. They keep learning and exercising their brains. We learned that last week too, didn't we? Let's keep going.
Consume knowledge like a starving dog, but don't just watch or read. Reflect, apply, humble yourself, take notes, journal after every lesson. Assume that everything contains a secret meant for you. Shunryu Suzuki said, "In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few."
You see that? In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert minds, there's few. Because you think that you know it all. Experts like, oh, I already know how to do all this. But the beginner's mind is like, wow, there's so much to do in here. We should try to keep our minds like that. Just because you know a lot, again, does not mean you know everything. And that's why when I come here, I make my flaws, I make my mistakes, I say certain things. I've gotten better at doing this, and you guys have seen me get better. Why? Because I've been practicing every single day for the same amount of time. Certain things I know how to do now, bringing certain things in. I did not start off doing our bottom line like this. Perfect example is myself. The time we start, how long we go, the sequences. Everything is discipline. If I can give myself props for that, it's all true. Think about it. Let's keep going.
There's power in becoming a student again. Once you kill your ego, you'll find that even in the dumbest book or the simplest podcast, something clicks.
That's why I'll be like, yo, I don't know everything. Come on, you guys, I need y'all help. And why you really are my co-hosts. Because you guys outnumber me in what? In brains. So it's hundreds of thousands of people out there. I get caught up on something, I gotta cheat. I got my own AI. Hey, yo, y'all, let me know what's up with this. Can you guys tell me about this? I don't know what's going on right now, but I know somebody in the chat know blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, I get 4 or 5 different comments, and I'm like, okay, that's how we doing it. See what I'm talking about? Never just, well, I know it all, well, whatever, and then make up a lie about what I'm not gonna do that, because then y'all gonna be like, Bugatti's faking it, and we don't want to get down like that. This is another reason why we have a good rapport, because we take each other's information back and forth. Let's keep on going. We got to work with each other on all of this stuff. And that's why I share this information with you guys. And honestly, I feel a little empowered sometimes, because we get to a point in every video where I feel like we're getting it, where we know what we're talking about and we understand. And that's like the real good point for myself. I like when I show somebody something for them to get where I'm coming from, for it to make actual sense, and for me to feel like I'm not wasting their time. I love doing stuff like that. So that's why I always ask you guys if you feel like you're getting something from this information.
Possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. There's power in becoming a student again. Once you kill your ego, you'll find that even in the dumbest book or the simplest podcast, something clicks.
And people want to teach you when you ground it like that. If you went in there talking about, oh, I already know how to do that. I already know how to do that. Nobody want to teach you nothing. But if you're like, wow, you really? Can you tell me some more about this and teach me about that? And oh yeah, I really appreciate you helping me understand this and letting me know about that. Next thing you know, they're gonna go grab another book. Oh yeah, well on top of that, boom, boom. Now you're benefiting from being that way. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep on going.
The lazy mind thinks it knows everything. The samurai mind knows it never will. That's why it keeps growing. 4. Focus on today. A samurai could die at any moment. That's why they didn't daydream about someday.
I'm gonna clean up tomorrow. I know I got a bunch of laundry in the room. I know I gotta take care of this. I know I gotta take care of that. Yesterday, I said to myself, when I was watching this video, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and stack these videos. I'm gonna go outside, then I'm gonna come back, and then I'm gonna watch them. And then this one came on. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta watch all these videos now. And I did it. I watched every single one of the videos, and I was like, yo, that was kind of, and then I still had time to do what I needed to do, and I still knew what I was doing. I woke up this morning, I'm like, all right, we're gonna get rid of those 3 videos because we got bigger stuff. That's the next ones for this. Basically, you want to knock things out as soon as it gets to you. That's this way you ain't got no laundry. You have nothing to clean up. Nothing. I have nothing to clean up. I don't even have a dirty shirt because the one I had on yesterday, I washed it out and I put it on the hanger. You know what I'm trying to tell you guys? Get ahead of yourself if you can. Let's go. Let me get a little further back, and I'm hoping you guys are getting this.
Focus on today. A samurai could die at any moment. That's why they
There you
didn't
go,
daydream
Brian.
about someday. They
Yeah.
only focused on today's battle. Laziness often hides in the future. I'll start Monday. Next month will be different. Lies. All of them. There is no next week. No someday. There is only this moment. This swing of the sword. Ask yourself every morning, what would I do today if I knew I'd die tonight? You'll stop postponing.
I'm bringing that back. I'm bringing it back. I don't even have to explain why I'm bringing that back. I'm just gonna let him say it again.
And highs in the future. I'll start Monday. Next month will be different. Lies. All of them. There is no next week. No someday. There is only this moment. This swing of the sword. Ask yourself every morning, what would I do today if I knew I'd die tonight? You'll stop postponing. You'll stop pretending. You'll move because time has teeth.
My mother said, I wish I would have finished all of my books. She said this when she was on her deathbed. I wish I would have been able to do this. I wish I would have been able to do that. I looked at that like an alarm. I only had 2 books written at that time. I have 7 now that are out, really out. And it's to the point where I can do this and write a book. The same way I talk to you guys, I can think of a topic, put it up there, and literally in 2 weeks, write a book. I've written 9 books myself. You guys don't know my real name yet, but don't worry, we're gonna get there soon, especially after next month. We got a whole lot of good stuff coming out, and we got a whole lot of stuff that is gonna benefit each one of us and some animals. Woo, I told you guys, once I get set, animals gonna benefit because I can't help but so much. Animals and the children and the people who we know that are good at heart. Let's keep on moving forward, not get off point. Let's not get off point. Let's not get off the topics. Let's go. Let's get back on topic.
I do today if I knew I'd die tonight. You'll stop postponing. You'll stop pretending. You'll move because time has teeth. Today is the only battlefield you'll ever step on. Forget waiting for motivation. Forget fantasizing about your future self. He's rotting in the corner if you don't act now. 5. Flow with life's changes. The river doesn't complain.
What did we talk about yesterday? Boogotti be saying, get used to change. You know I was tripping when that one came on, right? Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what they read in my mind? That lets me know that some of the stuff that I'm saying, I know I'm right about. And a lot of it is like throughout life experiences, you actually understand certain stuff. You guys read books like Art of War and 48 Laws of Power. You'll be so surprised with one or two of those things that you already do subconsciously. You don't even know that you do it. You actually already probably do it. But me, a lot of them are actually things that I actually do because I had to start early in disciplining myself. I had to really put myself out there, like put myself up there, like, yo, bro, you tripping. Yo, you ain't gonna make it. Keep on doing stuff like this. Really had to call myself out, and I really wanted to be a really good son for my mom. Really wanted to make sure that she had somebody to look up to, and that's why every single day you guys be like, "Why Bugatti got on the suit?" Because I think about my mom and my daddy. I represent them, even on a live. Just keep on going forward, you guys. You got to be disciplined like that. Yeah, be disciplined like that with people like, yo, this fool is crazy. Yeah, after a while, they ain't gonna think you so crazy. How about that?
You want everything to be perfect before you act. That's the problem.
Okay, I got to go back to this because a lot of people have this problem, and this is what's gonna hold you back. They say, I'm gonna go back to this. Flow with life's changes. The river doesn't complain. I want to make that point that I said about getting used to change. The older you get, the more you get used to change. You're losing family members. We're losing friends. We got new networks of people that are coming around. You probably got new individuals that you're starting to deal with at a new job and things like that. That's the part of change, like different people, different lives. And then you got times that are changing. We're going from a time that I never knew about, trans and all of that crazy stuff in schools or whatever like that. But guess what I have to do? Even though I'm not used to it, I gotta understand that there's a change that's possible and learn how to adapt in it. Still be able to move around and function in what's going on. And that's just one example. That's why I wanted to bring it back to this. Also, the river doesn't complain. You conform. You move with the river. You don't complain and go against the grain. You move with it. And the better you can move through understanding changes, is the better you're going to be able to move throughout life because it's the same flow. Let's keep going.
The river doesn't complain. You want everything to be perfect before you act. That's the problem. The samurai didn't whine when it rained. They adapted. They adjusted their grip, their stance, their pace. Laziness often comes from rigidity, waiting for conditions to feel right. But life is chaos, and the warrior flows with it.
I'm gonna wait till such and such do this, and then I'm gonna do that. I can't wait till such and such, then I'm gonna do this. I've done it so many times. I said, you know what? I want to put a contract together for such and such to do whatever, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna do it later. And I'm like, yeah, you got AI for that. All you really got to do is speak it into the phone, and they can do it. So I just started knocking out everything, even my wants, even the desires, even if it's not really stuff that I just been knocking out as much stuff as possible because you got to actually try to bring it to fruition if you're gonna try to actually make it work. You know what I mean? First, it's in the mind, and then you bring it out into the elements, and then what you do is you plant it. And then one part that people forget all the time, something like that water messed up my seeds. You put that water in you put that seed in good dirt, and then you put that dirt there, and you pray, and you hope that it grows, because all you can do is create the best conditions, put it in the best elements, and do the best that you can to nurture it. But at the same time, you can't just plant something and walk away from it. That's why I get tired of people that say stupid stuff, and I'm going there. There's somebody for everybody. These optimistic, stupid things that people say. What else do they say? Oh, it's gonna get there if it's meant for you, girl. All of that crazy stuff like that. No, it's not. It's not gonna get there. It ain't meant for you because you ain't plant the seed. Stop all of that BS talking about, oh, it's gonna get to you if the Lord wants you to have it or whatever like that. And I ain't going against my Lord when I say this. I'm gonna talk with him and I'm gonna say this. You want something to happen? Put the seed in the ground and then put some water on it and then do this. And then he can do his job and then help you grow that seed. Just like these people be out here talking about, oh, we gotta take care of the kids, the village. No, give us something to work with. So yes, you got to plant that seed in order for something to happen. Let's go.
Stop saying I can't because. Start asking, how can I move forward despite this? Train when you're tired. Focus when you're distracted. Adapt or die. The unmoving mind is the mind that moves with all things, waiting for the perfect mood, the perfect time, the perfect plan. That's how your potential dies peacefully in its sleep. Choose movement over mood. Choose action over aesthetics. 6. Alert and awake to reality. See the world as it is.
Yeah, no fantasy land over here. Reality for what it is. I'm dealing with this bill. I got this problem going on. This way you can knock down real stuff instead of living up in here. We need to live out here. I keep on telling people, you can't be living in your phones and living vicariously through other situations or doing this, swiping constantly. You're not living in your phone because once you stop looking at that, this is where we really at. Got that on the floor. Got that in the refrigerator. Got that bill that's really here. You feel what he's trying to say on this one? Let's deal with reality.
The samurai practiced zanshin, a state of total awareness, eyes wide open, mind like a blade. Laziness dulls your vision. You start ignoring the mess in your room, the decay in your habits, the excuses in your mouth. The samurai saw laziness as a kind of sleep, and they chose to wake up, audit your life brutally, walk into your room like it belongs to a stranger. What do you see?
Walk into your room like it belonged to a stranger. What do you see? That'd be kind of cold. Imagine you bring a strange kid in your room and be like, what do you see? Oh, that's dirty over there. Why you left that over there? That's what he's trying to say. Call yourself out. This way nobody else can. You do it first. Come on, let's go back a little bit. Let's rock.
Walk into your room like it belongs to a stranger. What do you see? Chaos, weakness. Face it, own it, fix it, don't flinch. Once a week, sit in silence, ask, where have I been blind? Then open your damn eyes. You don't overcome laziness by being nice to yourself. You overcome it by dragging your mind into the light, kicking and screaming if you must. Awareness is painful. That's why most people run from it. But war.
Your body doesn't get muscles and conditioned and healthier by you sitting around being lazy. Your body gets conditioned and healthy and stronger by you working it, by you working the muscle. The brain is the muscle too. Your mind is a muscle too. You got to exercise it. You got to exercise it, you guys. We got to start training ourselves slowly. We can't change these things overnight, but understanding and identifying it is the first way you deal with something. Let's go. It's called a diagnostic.
Warriors walk straight into it. 7. Find charm in flaws. Perfection is the enemy.
Okay, I find charm in flaws. I don't go to the tailor to do my suits. I tailor my pants myself. Sometimes I make a mistake and one leg is shorter than the other. You know what I started doing? Because I'm short, the excess of the excess of the pants, I cut it and I started using it as the inside pocket scarf. Hey, it matches. You see what I'm talking about over here? And I find good things in that. The same way like Japanese, they'll break a bowl and then instead of them being like, oh, this bowl is no good, let me go get a brand new one. No, they'll use gold glue to fix it because each and every one of those areas give that actual bowl a character. It's actually something that they do in China. They use real gold to fix things. And now when they look at that piece, it has history to it. It has something there. It's not just a regular bowl that was there before. It's actually got more value to them. That's the way they look at it. This is what he's talking about right now. It's an actual an art that they call. Let's go. Find flaws.
Painful. That's why most people run from it. But warriors walk straight into it. 7. Find charm in flaws. Perfection is the enemy. Ever heard of kintsugi? It's the
Kintsugi.
Japanese art of fixing broken pottery with gold. They highlight the cracks, not hide them. The samurai embraced this idea. Their scars weren't shameful. They were proof of life, of battle, of growth.
Their scars are not shameful. They're proof of life, of battle, of growth.
Laziness often comes from self-hate. I'm not good enough. Why even try? But flaws aren't.
My 600-pound whatever, health, fat people sitting around just eating food or whatever like that. I eat like this because I get emotions, and the only thing that makes me feel better is when I eat. Perfect example. Let's get that back again. I'm only using that as an example, you guys, but let's go.
Weren't shameful. They were proof of life, of battle, of growth. Laziness often comes from self-hate. I'm not good enough. Why even try? But flaws aren't the enemy. Comfort is. Make peace with your cracks, but don't get comfortable. Use your past as a reason to sharpen the blade, not drop it. Start where you are. Bleed if you must. Just don't stop. The wound is the place where the light enters you. Stop waiting to be perfect before you act. Use your broken.
The wound is the place where the light enters you. And stop waiting to be perfect before you act. Yeah, you got to be a doctor. To be a doctor, you got to have certain credentials and certain things, but you don't need to do that in order to move throughout life. So you don't need to be perfect in every area before you act. You know why? Because sometimes you need to act to get perfect. I was not good in the beginning of doing this. I had to keep on doing it, keep on doing it. We went from 4 videos to 29. We added a health and wellness segment. You asked Kendra where we was at in the beginning. She know what I'm talking about. We wasn't doing none of this at all. With the news probably going on with the politics, but the show grew from me paying attention to what you guys like, from me incorporating certain things and using that. That's because I'm curating certain things. That's what I'm talking about. It takes time to have something great happen. And I'm still a work in progress, but I even feel the growth. And you guys see the growth. So use it as an example. Yeah.
Brokenness. Turn every scar into a weapon. That's what the samurai did. That's what you must do. Let laziness die screaming. The truth is ugly, and you need to hear it.
All right,
Laziness
Jonathan.
is not some cute quirk. It's a
Wait a minute, got to do this one again because laziness is not some cute quirk. Well, you know, I'm lazy. I'm like that all the time and blah, blah, blah. You don't even want to put that on your name. You don't even want to put that in your element because what you say, what you put out there, it's actually what you do and what people actually look at you for, especially if you keep on acting on the same actions. Let's go.
The truth is ugly, and you need to hear it. Laziness is not some cute quirk. It's a parasite, a poison, and it's eating you alive every second you indulge it. The samurai didn't
It is not a flex, angels, not a flex.
have time for excuses. Their lives were shaped by war, by death, by an eternal pressure to be more. And in that pressure, they found freedom. You will not wake up one day magically motivated. That fantasy is the leash keeping you tame.
You will not wake up one day magically motivated. You got to build it up. Get into it. Keep on flowing. I don't know how many people here started working out, and after a while they get addicted to it. And then you feel like you start like, man, I ain't work out today. I feel like shit, I done diss myself. And then you might start weaning off. But when you get into that certain flow of working out, you guys know what I'm talking about. You get used to it, you get conditioned, and you want to keep on doing it. Only thing that makes you stop is you and the mental. Only thing. Just keep on going.
Have to break yourself like a sword in the fire again and again. So stop looking for comfort. Stop waiting to feel ready. Pick one of these 7 habits and move, even if it hurts, especially if it hurts, because the blade gets sharper in the flames, and right now your future self is watching you, begging you. Don't let him die in chains.
Ooh, ooh, did you hear that? Oh my God, he got so many mic drops, but that one right there was just crazy. That one was crazy. Let's hear that one again.
So stop looking for comfort. Stop waiting to feel ready. Pick one of these 7 habits and move, even if it hurts, especially if it hurts, because the blade gets sharper in the flames, and right now your future self is watching you, begging you. Don't let him die in chains.
Don't let him die in chains. Don't let her die in chains, only because of discipline. And you guys, everybody here is smart enough because you stayed here this long. Everybody in here got the same power to go get discipline and do what they got to do. Most of the people that's here, you've been here the same amount of time as me. So if you can stay here and look and pay attention and chime in, you can do every single thing that they're telling you right now. Only thing is stopping you is you and you saying that you can't. Stop saying that you can't do something. Start saying that you can and start looking at the actual goal and going for it.
If this spoke to something deep in you, good. That darkness, that anger, use it. Burn your laziness like incense before the altar of discipline and walk the path of the samurai, because comfort will never save you, but discipline might just set you free. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you.
Oh, I'm sure they're going to follow you, bro. I've been rocking with this channel for a minute, and I'm telling you guys what this was. This was the 7 samurai habits to overcome laziness. And let's keep on calling stuff out like that. Because if you can call yourself out, call anybody else out. Be like, yeah, I'm that. but don't call yourself lazy. Never put that on your name. I'm fighting and I'm pushing. I'm God's child and I'm gonna keep on and I'm gonna keep on moving forward. And stop saying stuff like, if it's meant for you, it's gonna come. Cause it ain't. Plant that seed and put that seed, dig that hole, plant a good seed, put water on it, keep it clean and pray. And keep as much water on it and keep it taken care of as possible. That is the possibility of something growing. Hoping and wishing, whatever you're supposed to get, gonna come to you. I can't stand when they say that ignorant crap. I really can't. Let's go. 7 Samurai Habits to Overcome Laziness. And we got to tell you guys what the name of this channel is that you need to subscribe to. That is the Stoic, STOIC, philosophy, PHILOSOPHY. You can spell philosophy, PHILOSOPHY, insights. That's Stoic Philosophy Insights. And if you don't want to do it yourself, all you got to do is wait about 10 minutes after the show. It's going to be inside the Discord. Go ahead and hit it in the Discord. When you're watching it in the Discord, subscribe from there. That's why you need to be a member of the Our Bottom Line Discord, because we got about probably about 40 of those up right now. Probably about 30 or 40 of these different videos from our health and wellness section that we bring to you guys every single day, that I pray to God and I say, God, please help me find a good video for them today. I really wanted to have something that's going to give them some good substance. And then I turn around and I start going. That's all I do. I pray for it, then I go look. The same way we got blessed with getting the video. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. Let's go. The tongue is like a sword. You're right about that too. So be careful how you use it. Because a sword can be used for many different things. A knife can be used to cut something calmly, to disperse foods and different things, but it can also be used for harm and to hurt people. Just like when you're having a conversation, but your mind actually controls it. The attitude is how you're using the sword. You use the sword lightly, you're calm. You use the sword in a different way, expect to go into battle. Now you're in tongue battle. You guys know what I'm talking about. So again, 7 Samurai Habits to Overcome Laziness, the Stoic Philosophy Insights. And I really hope, like I do every single day, that you guys got a lot out of this video. And I'm going to already say that I think that you guys actually did. I think you did. I'm going to cheat and say, I think you guys got a lot out of that today. But it ain't over. You know it ain't over, because we don't leave like that. We got to get on over to this situation right here where a teen's family is so proud of him. Just like myself, I've done a lot of things in my life that my family never had a chance to do. I've traveled places that they'll never be able to go. And they look at you like, wow, you've done a whole bunch of different things. Imagine being the first person to graduate high school in your family. That's right, it's a big thing for some people. Let's get on over to Florida, because the reaction to a teen's high school graduation goes viral. This was pretty cool. And he did it for his family. I'm sure a lot of people here can feel the same way. You're the first person that probably got your high school diploma, first person to ever travel somewhere, and like maybe somebody helped you out and to get over there. You look back at your family and it makes you very proud to be that person that can do that for your family and your namesake.
School is officially out across the state, but a special moment for one Florida high schooler is touching hearts across the country. One teen's high school graduation going viral on social media. Alex is in studio with more of this touching story.
Eric, Michaela, what looked like a typical graduation celebration quickly became something much bigger and much deeper. A Jacksonville family is inspiring thousands online after a heartfelt video showed an uncle overcome with emotion while watching his nephew make history.
My nephew, the first boy, man, first man on my mama and dad so walk from the stage.
For this uncle, Antonio Brown, these tears weren't just about graduation day. They were about everything it took to get there.
But seeing him get to finish it and complete it the right way, that really meant a lot to me.
This is proof that the village that the parents can create a good product for the village to work with. We did that with a 7-year-old now before, right? Now look at this. Every teen is not responsible for being in a teen takeover. We got some good ones out here.
The challenges of growing up in neighborhoods where opportunities felt limited.
'Cause I almost quit a couple times.
Why?
I thought I couldn't do it. Thought it was too hard for me.
But his nephew, Tyon Newsom, crossed the stage. That diploma became more than a piece of paper. It became a symbol of progress, a symbol of hope, and proof that one achievement can change the trajectory of an entire family.
It seemed like around like my surroundings and stuff, people don't finish school and stuff. So I didn't want to end up how they ended up.
Social media users flooded the comments, many sharing similar stories of being first-generation graduates and recognizing the weight of breaking generational barriers. Even rapper Lil Boosie shared his admiration, saying that he was very proud. For this Jacksonville family, graduation wasn't just the end of the school year, it was the beginning of a new legacy.
I just want to let him know, man, I'm proud of you, man. You did that for me, for the whole family, yeah.
And that moment also serving as a reminder for Tyon, his family, and others that sometimes the most powerful victories aren't measured by where you start, but by obstacles you overcome. And it's all about where you finish.
There you go, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody ain't out here crazy with the teen takeovers and doing crazy stuff like that. Everybody's not doing that. We got some good ones out here too. Right? Amen. Look at that. Look at that. Congratulations and good job on the family. Look, he did that for the fam. Look at that. You see that, right? That was a big one right there, right? I like that. I like stuff like that. Now, we got a situation over here because you know we love the animals. And one thing we can't stand is seeing them in a cage. So anytime we see something like this, we love it. We got a moment between a shelter dog and a little girl that's completely priceless. Let's go. Let's see what happens in this one. Let's go.
The moment she saw us, she started wagging her tail nonstop. It was so cute. It's like she knew she found her forever home. Niagara SPCA was hosting an Adopt with Dog event, and my daughter and I wanted to see if we would find the perfect dog for our family. The moment we saw Piper, we instantly knew that she was meant for us. Like, we love this dog already. She just created such a bond with her immediately. Best friend, honestly. So after that, we went home and we chatted about Piper to my husband, and we arranged for us three to go to
Let's see if the husband is going to be interested in taking Piper. Let's see what the husband thinks.
the shelter so that my husband could meet her. Right when we entered, Piper was so excited to see us. She was waving her tail, jumping up and down. Me. And honestly, it didn't take that long for her to when my husband.
So what do you think? You think he gonna say yes? How come us men are always big kids when it comes down to the dogs, y'all? You think he gonna say yes?
It's hard. And we already knew, like, okay, she was joining her family. It was super cute. The next day, we signed the adoption papers and brought her home. Honestly, an inseparable bond between her and Sage. They sleep together. They play together. When Sage comes home from school, she instantly runs to Piper. It's just beautiful watching them grow up together.
She got her out that cage. Look at that. They saved that baby. I love stuff like this. Right here, we're going to say special thanks to Piper, Sage, and Natalie at Piper Winks and at Natalie Bondi, Bodhi. That's right, you guys, at Piper Winks. She's got her own little page, Piper Winks, and that's on Instagram, you guys. And y'all know how we do it over here. We ain't leaving up out of here till we show you some love with our animals, our furry friends. That's right. Didn't even know that we went 3 hours today. You guys stuck around. I hope you had a good show. I hope you enjoyed yourself. But guess what I'm about to tell you guys right now? If y'all trying to promote your business, trying to get out there in front of more people, all you got to do is send your promos over to us. Send it over in a 1080 by 1080 size frame, because that's the only size that YouTube will allow. Got to be in 1080 by 1080, you guys. Whatever it is, you want to be you're a lawn doctor. You could be a lawyer. I have no idea what you do. But if you're trying to promote, send your promo over to us and we'll put it up in the post notification area so that you will be able to be seen by almost 73 1,000 subscribers. And yes, I've got a big announcement that I'm gonna make, but I'm not making it now. Gotta wait for this ink to dry. You know how we do over here. We gotta make sure the deal is already set before I tell you guys what's up. But boy, do I have a big announcement coming up. But right now, let me talk to you about a talent show that's coming up. This is the Show Your Talent Talent Search. That's the talent search that's in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and in Staten Island. And if you win any one of these parts in any borough, boom, you'll make 250 bucks. After we get all six, because one person from here will actually be able to contend as well. After we get all six of those guys together, what we're gonna do? We're going to compete for $1,000. Sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And that's right, I'll be one of the hosts on the show along with my other friend, DJ Don Dada from Black Ink, formerly of Black Ink Crew. I'm sorry about that, you guys. So yes, all you got to do if you want to be a part of the talent show, all you got to do is go over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Go to the website. First page, you prove that you're 21 and older. There's going to be an email slot right there. All you got to do is drop your email address in, and we're going to keep you updated on where the Show Your Talent search is going to be. You got to go to Big Drip, like Miss Swanza always says. If you want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. That's right, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up, and that's how you do it to be a part of the talent show. But you know how we do it over here. We don't get up out of here until we get those prayers in the air. We got to get those prayers in the air to make sure that we see each other tomorrow. That's right, you guys. Y'all see Miss Swanza. She already said it. If you want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. And if you guys are going to be here tomorrow, we'll be right here for Hump Day. That's right, you guys. Our Bottom Line, 6 o'clock, same episodes. But you know what I'm going to do right now? We're not leaving until we get those prayers in the air. We got to get those prayers up. I want to pray for happiness. I want to pray for safety. I want to pray for understanding. I want to pray for each and every person here that you have a fantastic and safe day. You make it right back here tomorrow for another episode of Our Bottom Line. I want to pray that you guys' family is healthy. I want to pray for every single person here sick, shut out, whoever has a family member maybe in a hospital. We're praying for them as well. Also, financial situations, we totally understand. So every single person here, that's what we're doing right now inside of these prayers. We're definitely praying for everyone who may be having some financial stripes as well. We're going to keep on pushing, keep on trying to be the best human beings that we can be and our collective family here at Our Bottom Line. And with that being said, you guys, amen. Want to pray for everybody. I'm sorry. Did I do it right? Did I say anybody's names? I'm sorry. Let's get those names. I'm sorry. Let's keep on moving. I can't do that. Got to say the names. Who we're praying for today? We got to pray for liberty and justice. Let's pray for Miss Swans. I'm sorry about that. We got to pray for LJ. Can't forget about Donald. Got to pray for Rebecca Lon Yin Bueno. Can't forget about Guy. Got to pray for Jolena. Can't forget about Teddy Marcel, Miss Swanza, Casey Ramos, Adam Trebet, Colessive. Can't forget about Rebecca, myself, Boogotti, NYC, Liberty and Justice. Can't forget about you, Jelena, Colessive, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Kendra Walker, Casey Ramos. Who else we got in the building? Miss Swanza. Thank you so much. We can't forget about praying for you. Who else we got? Karen Burns, Miss Swanza. Can't forget about, Kendra Walker. That's right, Kendra Walker. Can't forget about Rebecca Lanyan Bueno. Can't forget about Sam Champion. Also, Justin, Jordan. Can't forget about Winter Rising, Colessive, and Angels Among Us. Kendra Walker, right there in the building. I see you checked out for real. Who else we got up in the building real quick? Tony Wright. Can't forget about, okay, that's it. We got to pray for myself and every single one of you guys animals, because guess what? That's right. We can't get along without our families. Those are our animals too, our furry little friends. You guys see why we always cover them. And you guys will be right back here tomorrow, 6 o'clock in the morning, Our Bottom Line, Wednesday, Hump Day, for a whole new episode. Hoping that you guys had a good episode of the health and wellness section as well. If you have any ideas, any videos, anything that you want to submit to the show, we play your videos as well. Same email address, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That is bridgethisllc@gmail.com. If you sent in your address yesterday for the giveaway, for the keychains and for the decals. We've already got you guys packages ready and they're headed out. That's right. Yesterday we made it to 300. I made sure that you guys got your merch. So yes, we packed all of that stuff out and we're going to get it out. Tomorrow we'll start all over again and see who we can get some new merch out to as well. The keychains as well as the decals. What you guys going to do today? You're going to have a fantastic day. You're going to go get some sun, drink some water, and take care of yourselves because you'll be right back here tomorrow for our bottom line. Hopefully we had a good show with trending topics, current events, and much, much more, as well as the health and wellness section. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow at 6 o'clock right back here on our bottom line. And y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that we won the championship, the Knicks, had to throw that in there one more time. Fact of the matter that y'all came in and chill with me, I appreciate you. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. What I'm going to say, get 'em! Peace.